Chat. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Oh, wow. There might be some latency. Hi, you guys. Y'all, I'm so fucking nervous today. It's been like over a year since I streamed. I do not know how to deal with an audience. It's been so long. I'm like, all these people are here to see me. Also, YouTube's yelling at me for my bitrate. Does it seem fine to you guys? I'm kind of quiet. That can be arranged. Um, Maybe this should be a bit louder, right, guys? Is that too loud? Going to work soon. Good luck. Have fun at work. All right, awesome. So we got a lot of stuff to go over today. Also, I saw some of y'all talking about Dr. Crafty, and let me just say that that shit is fucking wild because I actually like pseudo mentioned Dr. Crafty in my video because he was the one. Hi, Callie. Oh my gosh. Everyone say hi to Callie. Beautiful angel. It really has been so long since I last have seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Um, but Dr. Crafty was the guy that I was talking about when I talked about like there was someone who like banned like the mildest of pro-Palestine sentiment in his chat and then like complained about it on Twitter. And then next thing I know, like he's like trigger warning, he's like sexually assaulting people. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? Oh my gosh, the chat is moving so fast. Also, I should play some music. Give me a second. I have music that I was gonna play. There we go. Is that music too loud, you guys, or is it good? Yeah, guys, Dr. Crafty's assaulted someone. Like, in a really bad way. Okay, cool. Play thick of it. I will end the stream. There's over 100 people watching right now. That's crazy. So before we get into all of my shit, is there anything else y'all wanted to talk to me about? In particular, y'all want me to comment on a particular person getting totally annihilated online right now? I'm just looking at the chat. Yep, there it is. Jar. It's about Jar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Who is here for the Just a Robot downfall? I'm in the pit and I'm cheering. I'm like encore. Right? Jar's been a piece of shit. I've been saying it. You know, he thinks I don't know if you guys saw his like ACC video, his art CC video. Um but he like pseudo threatened to like make a video on me at the end of it. He pulled up like Thuman and I's channels and was like, they made videos on me and they're down, but I have them downloaded. I'm finna be in the pit. Exactly. Also, yes, Thuman spoke the truth and she got slapped for it. We'll talk about Kumo in a second, but like, oh my god. Like, when he was like, he thinks that I took down, I don't know if any of you guys remember, I made a video about like his video on the Toby situation in 2020. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I talked about Kai and Omnia and Thuman in that video. And, you know, a year later, Kai did some domestic battery, if you guys remember. And I was friends with the person that he beat up. And I was just like, you know what? I think that maybe I should take this video down, considering that I was defending, you know, someone who went on to do this and I'm friends with his victim. Like, I think it would just be in best interest if I took that video down. And Jar thinks that I took it down because of him. Like, I think that the video was bad. Or that I think... Is Kai even still around at this point? I have no idea. Like, I think his YouTube channel exists under, like, the Zay title, but I don't know if he's currently doing anything. But yeah, Jar thinks that I took down that video because of him, because he thinks everything is about him. I tried to watch a video critiquing him, but they immediately played Jar talking sexually, and I had to turn it off because it was cringe. Yeah. Oh my god. Listening to all the Jar content is like a test of fortitude. You're a different person after it. We would have defended prison mate Luke. I won't lie that like Luke's videos were not great, and he did a lot of stuff that was bad, especially in relation to like Harley and homo speeches, but like he didn't miss when he called Jar racist. Like that was facts. He spit, he cooked, he licked the plate. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in the chat. Yeah, Jar is an egotist. He thinks that everything revolves around him. Did y'all hear? Oh wait, no, that's not public yet. I can't talk about that yet. We'll talk about that later when it's public. With the Kumo stuff, yeah, I think Kumo is definitely wrong. I'm glad he's no longer talking to Cindy, but when I listened to the call of like, you know, like the breakup call between like Cindy and then him and Goblin, I did think that it was... There's tea on Jar. There's incoming tea on Jar. Sorry. Oh no, I'm getting everyone excited. Hi, Finn. I see you in my Twitter notifications sometimes. Dancer Finn, are you someone that apologized to me after the video? Because I recognize your name and I remember DMing someone with your name. Like, the breakup call isn't like they're no longer talking to each other. Like, where they're no longer going to be speaking with Cindy. It wasn't like they were, like, into each other in, like, a little polycule. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think that Kumo's wrong. Kumo talking as though he never defended Cindy is some bullshit. Like, it's giving Hiten a little bit, like the whole, like, I never defended Faye Ghost. I never defended Cindy. And it's like, okay, but you did like downplay her actions and paint them in a really weird way. Like the whole locker room talk was really crazy. Kumo has a lot to learn. Also, yeah, Kumo is young, so I'm not like publicly executing Kumo. Like, I understand that he's young and he has stuff to learn and a bunch of other stuff on top of that. So, but yeah, I do think he's wrong. And I do think that I was throwing some side eyes when I was listening to that call, because he kept talking as though like before Cindy like revealing that she made Eno read out the RAPE comic. Kumo's 20. But like he's acting like before that reveal that she was having Eno read out the comic, that like the groomer label and like accusation is like unfounded and unfair. And I'm just like, no, like it's very reasonable for people to call Cindy a groomer for the stuff that was released before that call, for the stuff that Cindy had done and revealed before that call. Cause like he says that like it changed it because Cindy was basically asking Eno to engage in her fetish, and to that I would just ask, like, how is sending the comic, you know, the grape comic to the minor, not asking them to engage, but asking them to read it aloud is? Like, you're inviting them into the fetish by sending them the comic in the first place. Like, that is what that is. That is an invitation. Like the reading it aloud, that's the icing. That's not the cake, honey. The cake was already there. It's just covered in 10 pounds of shit frosting now. But yeah, I know he's taking a break right now, and I hope that he takes a step back and he learns where he messed up with this. Oh, Rin is here? Where's Rin? Also, hi, Rotten Ruru. You guys, Rotten Ruru, someone who used to show up to my streams on Twitch all the time. So, like, shout out Ruru. They slay. What are my thoughts on Doodles leaving? As far as I'm aware, her leaving was what the victims were asking for. And I think that she should respect that. I think that she needs help. I think that she was very much involved in some bad shit regarding the FCK, and I agree that she needs some time away. She needs some time to get her shit in order. I don't see Ren or Rin. Where is Rin? Oh, is that free as a bird? Is that you, Rin? Oh, I see you. Okay. The drama's kind of crazy. This year has been like, I don't even know how to describe this year. There's been like so many nukes, so many like, there's been like 5 9/11s this year for the commentary communities. And yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of living. Did I hear about the Cindy situation? I do know quite a bit about the Cindy situation. Yes. Really hope Cindy's leaving the internet. Cindy is not really giving the kind of person that would change. You know, when I hear her, it reminds me a lot of Liam, who is Fagos, if you guys don't remember. Everyone has the ability to change. Not everyone will change. And that's like a hard truth that sometimes you just gotta accept. Let me see if there's some stuff I can move around. This year has been crazy. Oh, hi, Monique. You guys, Monique used to be one of my patrons back when I used to make videos back in the day. They were, I'm pretty sure they were a $5 patron which was like insane. Shout out Monique. I saw the comment that you left on my community tab on my new channel, Monique. It was very sweet. And I haven't responded to it yet, but just know that I read it and I thought it was very sweet and very cute. And many heart emojis to you. I can't wait for the new content on the Truly channel. I'm hard at work. I have like, you guys, okay, I'm gonna spoil things a little bit. I got like 5 video ideas already. Hi Linlin, welcome to the chat. I don't know if you've said anything before this, so I'm sorry if I missed your message, but hi, welcome in. I got like 5 videos. I've decided that I was gonna revise about like, I went and I found some old scripts from before I quit YouTube, and not gonna lie, they still slap. And so I'm gonna revive those, and I'm gonna make those more videos. I will be talking about art. I will be talking about a variety of things on the Truly channel. Oh my gosh. Hi, Briar. Dude, Briar used to be another one of my frequent Twitch viewers and also was a patron, and also we've spoken before. Briar slays. Briar is that bitch, okay? Like, she slays. Also, wow, I fucked that up. Zurzer the Wolf is here. I'm not sure if they said anything. Also, I don't know your pronouns. I'm not sure if they said anything publicly, but also, Zurzer the Wolf is someone that did apologize to me after the video came out, and like, I was like, yeah, man, it's all good. Like, slay. Like, the fact that you listened to the video and you like heard out my side is like all I could ask for. So shout out Zurzer the Wolf. And also I'm pretty sure I saw that Dancer Finn was the person that I was thinking of. So hi. Like seeing you around. Isn't it funny that the ACC never really talks about art? It's true. We just incorporate art into a lot of our videos. I think I actually only have one video that's technically like where the topic is about art, but all my videos like include art. Like, there's art in the videos, and like I draw the thumbnails, and I'll be drawing for the videos. So like, it's good. Yeah, there's a lot of people that apologized. We're gonna talk about the good stuff towards the end, because I feel like if we end with the bad and the ugly, we're just gonna like want to curl up and like evaporate afterwards. And like, I think we should try and end off on a good note, because there's some bad shit that we're gonna talk about today. Will I be going back to Twitch? I might be going back to Twitch. I've wanted to stream again. I just don't know if my computer is at the level that I want it to be for streaming on Twitch again. But we'll see. I can probably do a birthday stream, like in the morning. My birthday is November 1st, you guys. So I could maybe do like a morning birthday stream, because then I got... Dude, my birthday weekend is crazy busy. And then we have to come back and vote, because the election is the Tuesday after my birthday. Well, I already voted, but you guys get what I mean. Oh yeah, Ren, I did see that. I wasn't able to like... I do have a blue sky, you guys. It's Poppydo. Poppydu. I can actually probably put that in the thing. Also, sorry in advance if you guys hear like the wrath of a truck next door. My neighbor has a car, I think it's a truck, and every time he starts it, I'm like, it's over, we're getting bombed. But no, it's just, he just has a really loud startup engine. It's like, Rah! And sometimes he does it at like 4 in the morning and I want to cry. But yeah. Let me link you guys my blue sky. This is my blue sky. Oh God, the chat. There's so much stuff in the chat. You just followed my blue sky. Thank you. I'm thinking about, I have another Twitter that I'm gonna post art on because I feel like I yap too much on like my main profiles, that like I need an art specific profile. Blue sky is like Twitter. Oh, there's Roxas. Roxas is another longtime viewer of my Twitch streams. See, I remember you guys. I remember you guys who used to watch my streams. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. I'm testing your commitment to no social media. That's okay. Am I gonna drop the link for the art Twitter? I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to decide on a handle and like an alias, because like I don't want it to be Poppy Doo or Chuli. I've used the nickname Yo-Yo on some platforms before this, but I also like Jewel, like J, like the fucking vape thing, like the Juul. I think that's a fun name, and I think like most of the people who follow me on like my personal Instagram, that's like my name on there. Oh my gosh, all my old stream watchers are recognizing each other. That's so cute. I used to lurk in my streams on Twitch. Oh, you were too anxious to talk? That's okay. Umbramus. Are you Umbris? Or is that someone else? Are you a different person? Just that name looks so similar to the creator Umbris. Truly Julie. Hello you guys, welcome in. Okay. So, how about we get into some stuff? I think, okay, I prefer to go by Chuli. That's like my name. People call me Chuli. Poppy Doo is a cute art handle. Poppy is like a cute little nickname, but I think that the name Poppy Doo is like really like cuter. Oh, bye, Dancer Finn. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the early birthday wishes. I'll probably stream on the morning of my birthday. Okay, but yeah, we want to get into the tea about the dumb shit that happened after my video, because there was an array of reactions to my video. And we're going to get into all of it. And it's going to be funny. Truly Julie. Sounds like Christian Autumn Girl. Christian Girl Autumn. That's so funny. Oh my god, ZD. Hi, ZD. Okay, so after my video, there was some pretty explosive reactions on mainly Twitter. And interestingly enough, none of them were Hiten. It seems like Hiten is staying in her lane. It doesn't like, so we're not going to be talking about her that much. There's some stuff that she said that I have to bring up, and it's like stuff from years ago. And I have to bring it up because someone fucking called me a liar, basically. And so I'm like, okay, bet. Like, I'm going to prove you wrong, but it's going to include me talking about Hiten a little bit. But yeah, she hasn't done anything since my video. So, you know, leave her alone. Yeah, like I said in the video, and I had to make community posts afterwards because I saw a couple people go over to her platforms and like tell her to watch the video, which is something that I specifically asked for people not to do. I said, please don't go to Hiten and provoke her into watching the video. She says she doesn't want to watch it. Nezziemonster. We got stuff to talk about with nezziemonster. Ponder's fine. Yeah, Ponder's fine. So yeah, just leave Hiten alone. We're not going to be talking about her that much. We're going to be talking about all the other people that like shot a brick and a half after my video came out. Because that's the funny shit. Okay, so who's ready to talk about Boonslayer? I want to test something. Put a 1 in the chat if you know who Boonslayer is, and put a 2 in the chat if you don't know who Boonslayer is. Why did I forget which number correlated to what already? Oh, there's a lot of both, actually. That's crazy. Okay, Clown put a 1, so I'm assuming that 1 was if you did know him. And 2 was if you didn't. Okay, so there's a mixture. Okay, so Boonslayer is an SCC commentator from the same community as like Doodletones, nezziemonster, like Hiten, that sphere. That's the sphere that Boonslayer is from. I have not talked to him in like centuries. And after my video, I found out that he made a document like responding to some of the points. Boonslayer boo. And I would just say it, like the document was bad. And we're gonna go over it. Because there's some stuff that we can talk about. So we're gonna go ahead and move the stream background down. Okay, here we go. This is, if I remember correctly, this is the document, if I have everything up and running. Okay, yeah, this is it. Fun fact, like the name of his document is called Burn. And I was like, why? Like, what is... I was like, huh? Because, like, I don't know. It's like something so edgy. Leia went over the document? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh, God. I'm sorry that happened, Ren. This is my copy of it, in case, you know, people delete anything. I like to make copies of the thing. So I turned mine into a funnier title. I just added the word hoe afterwards. So now the title is Burn Hoe. And I think that that's funny. You guys can all see the document right now, right? Like it's on the screen. She's Eliza Hamilton. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, I don't know why he titled it that. It was weird. But we got some stuff to go over in this document. Okay, so I want to make something very fucking clear real quick, because there was something said in this document that immediately, like, pissed me off. Where I saw it and I was like, nuh-uh, honey, we're not doing that. Let me see where in the document it was. I think if I... Oh, shit. I think if I... Oh, right here, right here. In this document, after, you know, saying a bunch of shit about me, Boone says if she's moving on and she doesn't want to engage, because in my video, I said that I wanted to move on from this situation. He says, I would love to see her prove that when someone that isn't Hiten is calling her on actual bullshit. Let me say something real quick and make this very clear. Boone, and to anyone else who shares this sentiment, I don't gotta fucking prove anything to you, okay? Humble yourselves. Because what I'm seeing here is an attempt to paint a situation where I'm not allowed to respond, or else it would make me look disingenuous, which is some bullshit, okay? Whether you're intentionally trying to do that or not, that's some bullshit, okay? And you know what? And I'm sorry that you ever interpreted me saying that you or anyone else could say anything you wanted to about me in this situation, and I would just take it lying down, because that's not happening. I'm not going to take everything that y'all say about me lying down just because I said that I wanted to move on from this situation, okay? We clear? We clear? Okay. Now, let's start from the top, because there's some stuff in here that Boone brings up that I actually do think that I want to talk about, because there's some interesting points, and I think that I can elaborate and fill you guys in on some of what was going on behind the scenes for some of the decisions. And you know, I explained a little bit of it on my community tab, but there's still more. So where is this? Okay. Yeah. The beginning part is like pretty nothing. Like, it's just like an introduction. And there was something that Boone says that like immediately was just like, that's interesting. Where he talks about me and he's like, you know, truly is this creator. And then he's like, and Heten's been my friend for years. And I'm like, that's interesting. I mean, we appreciate honesty in this house. So, you know, I'm not mad at it, but I do think it's a little funny. Bro could have written mic drop at the end of the doc. And it still wouldn't be the corniest thing about it. That's funny. I like that. Okay, here's the points. We got the points right here. Umbrus, are you... Or Umbramus, are you Umbrus? I didn't actually see your response to that. Yeah, I mean, like, if you didn't like how I responded to stuff, like, it's not your situation. Just, like, I don't know, get your own. You get manipulated. Then you can react how you want to. You can get abused and isolated from the community. Okay, so the first thing that he brings up is the AI voice. Now, this is something that I expected more people to be upset about, but it's only been like a handful. And you know what? I was okay with that. I was okay with like people being upset by the AI voice, because I was just like, yeah, I get it. It's controversial. AI steals stuff all the time. Oh, not Umbrus. Okay. Thank you for clearing that out. And I'll explain why I used the AI voice, because like I didn't put that in the video. I thought it was important for me to specify in the video that with the AI voice, I was only reading out the things that Hiten said. Like, I wasn't making her say things that she didn't say, and I felt that that was like the most important thing to preface, and like that I don't agree with making people say things that didn't with AI. But like with the AI voice, if you're wondering why I used that and I just didn't get like a friend to read this stuff over, it's because I talked about it in the video, but Hiten was so vague and downplaying and just blurry with whenever she talked about the stuff that she did wrong to me. It was very, very unspecific. And I knew that I was never gonna get her saying the things that she did wrong, like in specifics. And, you know, I was never gonna get her owning up to her own words. So I just gave that to myself, because, you know, I wanted it. And I didn't think that it was necessarily a problem because it was stuff that she said, and I did it because she was specifically avoiding things that she said. So I said, okay, bet I'm gonna do it for you, since you don't want to do it yourself. And I don't need people to agree with me on that position. Like, I think that some people see it as like a violation of, like, I don't know, like dignity or boundaries, and you know, like. In certain case scenarios, I can certainly see why that is, but like, it was my situation. Yeah, I wanted her to hear her words in her own voice. And if you don't agree with that decision, that's fine. Like, I don't need everyone to get behind me on that. But there's some people who act like it's something that it wasn't. Then that's basically what Boone's saying here. He says that he doesn't like it, but he can't necessarily articulate why. And you know what, Boone? That's fine. I don't need you to agree with that decision. You know, it's all good. And then the second point, though, I could have used text-to-speech and they still would have found a problem with it. Maybe. Okay, the second point is where things get a little weird and where I start thinking that boonslayer really was not paying attention when taking in my video, because right here, after like the whole AI thing, he says, near the beginning of the video, Chuli asked the audience not to provoke Hiten into interacting with this narrative. That's a little weird way of putting that. I said not to provoke her into watching the video, which is, you know, in essence, they can be the same thing. I just feel like one is an umbrella term and the other is like a specific thing. But yeah, and he says it's fine on paper, but the reality of the way this is presented paints a different picture to me. Heaton's name is in the title. The image of her representation online is a central figure to the thumbnail and title card. Even with the way the title is structured, how Hiten and the SCC ruined YouTube and more for me. It would have been very easy to make the promotion of this narrative less about Hiten if you wanted to make the narrative itself that much more about Hiten in the process of doing so. When Chuli says that this is not a provocation, I don't buy it as much when Hiten is put so far into the forefront before even opening the video. This is a hit piece, and the thing that bothers me more than it being a hit piece is the fact that Chuli seems to be pretending it's not. If I'm reading Chuli's intent wrong with that statement, fine, I guess, whatever, but I'm stating what the presentation shows me about the intent and not even judging that intent so much as the implication presented, that the intent isn't what it is. Okay, so boonslayer, unfortunately you are wrong here. I never said that the video wasn't a hit piece. I never said that the video wasn't about mainly Hiten. And I never said that it wasn't a provocation. You know, if Hiten feels provoked to watch the video because of the thumbnail and because of the title, that's on her. All I said was that Hiten herself said that she didn't want to watch the video, and I said, okay, guys, don't go to her and tell her to watch the video. She says she doesn't want to watch the video. I'm fine with her not wanting to watch the video. Don't tell her to watch the video. That's what I was saying. I was asking the audience to respect what she said she was going to do. I don't know how that got misconstrued into me, like, saying that I was asking, or I wasn't trying to get Hiten to interact with the narrative. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Like, that's what I made the video how I wanted to make the video. If she says she doesn't want to watch it, that doesn't mean that I have to change how the video was going to be made or how I was going to make the video. Like, her decisions are her decisions. Mine are mine. Let's keep responsibility to the actions of those who make them, okay? I gave more grace than most would. I know there's some people who would have been like, fuck it, like, I'm not, like, but I'm just like, guys, just don't, like, you know? And like, I've talked about this being the Hiten video for a while now. Like, I said I was making a video in response to her document. I called it the Hiten video on my Twitter. So Boone kind of just isn't paying attention in that regard. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. They would have gotten on your ass had you not said that, to be honest. There's no winning with that. Maybe they would have gotten on me if I didn't say that. I was trying to be very safe with, you know, the things I said about the video. Even though I was mean, and I did insult Hiten quite a few times, I don't really feel like that's out of pocket considering how her content is, or was. If anyone wants to be mad at how mean I was to Hiten, I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to be nice. I don't feel like she deserves that. Not for me. How dare I draw her scary? Oh, yeah. And actually, let's talk about why I made the thumbnail that way. Let's pull up the thumbnail, in fact, before we continue on to the next point. Art folder, YouTube, the Hiten sucks thumbnail. That's what the title of the thing is called. So this is the thumbnail. Can I make this bigger? Oh, that's too big. I had every right to be mean. They're awful cryboys. Cryboy. That's an interesting term. I'm not sure if I've used that term to describe her before. But this is the thumbnail. And so if you're wondering, this is a very symbolic thumbnail. Everything about this video, like I think I explained it in the beginning of the video, that what this video was about me regaining control of the narrative of what happened to me. Because if you guys remember, the second I came forward about Faghost, Hiten stripped it from me. And then everyone else ran with it. And I did not get the narrative of what happened to me back for years. I saw that. I think you tried to say doll clown, but you said fool clown, and that's kind of funny. So that extended into the thumbnail, the whole like me wanting control of this narrative of things that happened to me. That is what this thumbnail is, because the way that Hiten and I depicted are specifically in ways that Hiten said that I was not allowed to depict either of us. And my response to that is, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want. Because you know what? This is my story. You don't get to tell me what I'm not allowed to do. What I am and am not allowed to do. You don't get that power over me. So Hiten is drawn as a monster because in her document, she said that I didn't have a right to paint her as a monster when I was talking about the things that she did. And I'm a weeping, tragic victim. Cornered in by everything. Because when I came out about Faghost, that's what she said I wasn't allowed to be. She said that I didn't get to play the role of a weeping, tragic victim when I came out about Faghost. That was her response. So guess what I drew myself as? A literal, weeping, tragic victim. And, you know, I'm not trying to, like, shit on Hiten even more with this, but, like, if you're going to call into question some of the actions I made, why not explain them? You know? And these hands right here, we got Musha's hand, we got Kayden's hand. Oh, Kayden. We got Kayden's hand, we got V Omega's hand, we have Digby the Goat's hand, and we have dallsmick's hand. And those are all situations that became harder to talk about because of what Hiten did. Because why should I talk about V victimizing me when the last time I talked about the way I was victimized, everyone shat on me? Yeah, I was the victim, but I wasn't allowed to be the victim. No one saw me as a victim when I first came out. The claw on the very top, that's Musha. Why should I call him out for doing what he did in that video? You know, and we'll talk about Musha. Okay, guys, don't hate Musha right now. We got some stuff to talk about with Musha later. Okay. Hold your objections. But, like, these are all things. Like, why should I talk about Kayden? Why should I talk about V? Why should I talk about what Digby did? Why should I talk about Doll leaking my shit without my permission? Why should I talk about Musha? You know, talking about how I'm a piece of shit victim in his own victim statement. Because if I talked about the way anyone wronged me, I was gonna get shat on. Because of the environment and the narrative that Hiten spun and that she created when my video came out. So, if anyone questions anything about this thumbnail, those are the decisions I made. Every single part of this thumbnail was very planned out and very purposeful and very symbolic. And I love this thumbnail. I think it's a great thumbnail. And with that, I think we can move on to the next point, which is a little bit of a spicy one. We're going to talk about skin color. I ain't as mad as Musha. At Musha anymore. Yeah, we'll save Musha for way later in the stream. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's this thing, which I'm like low-key. Like, this shit's gonna be hilarious to talk about. So let's get into the next point. I'll just read these out. Boone says, the video isn't purely about Hiten though, and the aspect of the video that doesn't seem to directly correlate to Hiten that I want to bring up is a comment about the whiteness of the SCC, which I've already got a post up on Twitter expressing I didn't appreciate. The white man does not appreciate that I called the community white. Some of the major figures in association with the SCC truly brings up being involved in the Hiten situation are Aaron Tempest, a black man, and Lyle Convoy, a Mexican man. Oh my gosh, hi Ponder! Welcome to the stream! You could argue that there's a difference in terms of treatment with women of color than men of color when bringing that up, but my feelings on this aren't really adequately summed up in my tweet response, so I'm going to speak a bit more on that here. So the comment about the SCC being a pasty-ass corner of the internet comes directly in correlation with Truly being tone-pleased for the way she handled things, but Hiten seemingly not receiving the same treatment. And it's not like it never happens. It is, in general, more common for a black person to be told their aggressive tone is unwarranted than a white person. Oh my gosh, the chat is splooging over Ponder. Where was I? Especially black women. For instance, he talks about black people here. I'm not black. Just so that's out of the way. I'm not black. I am what the in the colonizer area they would call actually I don't even remember because I don't fucking remember weird racist terms for racial categories, but I am a brown-skinned Latina and also an indigenous person, and I have black curly hair. But I'm not black. I'm not a black person. Mexican is a nationality, not a race. By. We'll get into it. Thank you, judge and jury. Indigenous? Yeah, I'm Indigenous American. My family is descended from the Chiricahua, Apache, the Luiseno, and also the Nahua. Or a Nahua speaking group. I'm not exactly sure which Nahua speaking group it was, but yeah. But we'll get in. Yeah, okay. Where was I? I'm getting distracted. You guys, I'm so... Hiten is white. Yeah, Hiten is white. Literally everyone jumps on the POC girl. It's true. Hello, person of color. I, as a white person, am going to lecture you on racism. We'll get into it. Okay. Where was I? Oh, but my feelings on this aren't really adequately summed up in my tweet response, so I'm going to speak a bit more on that than here. I think I skipped something. Okay, yeah. It is generally more common for a black person to be told their aggressive tone is unwarranted than a white person, and is one of the more common microaggressions seen against black people in the US, especially black women, so I totally get why it comes to mind. I just don't think it's the case here, and not because there isn't a double standard being displayed in Chuli's interactions with the subject matter, but more so because I think the double standard is based more on community familiarity than melanin. See, the thing that Hiten was tone policed, or the thing is that Hiten was tone policed quite a bit in her history in the SEC. She was ostracized from the community for being too mean previously. Speaking personally, I've had certain people in this community police my tone as well, which became the subject of a couple more notable recent commentaries. This is the part of the reason that, to me, implying that it is a race issue within the community doesn't strike a chord with me. There is definitely a double standard in the situation with you and Hiten, and that likely comes down to being familiar with Hiten, and also an overcorrection on getting it wrong in regards to her previously. I don't even blame Chuli for bringing it up because of how race affects how we respond to the people, or because how race affects how we respond to people should be discussed. Okay, so that was the point. I think that Boone has walked this back a little bit from what I've heard, because he said, oh my god, hi, Streamline. Because I've heard that things were explained to him a little bit more, and he was kind of like, oh. But we're still going to talk about it here. So the thing that I am a little bit wary of is the downplaying of the possibility that racism can be an issue, like can be a factor, just because it's happened to white people in the community as well. I don't think that's a strong argument. You know, like white people face police brutality too. Is it necessarily the same across the board between white people and brown and black people? No, but white people still experience police brutality. That doesn't mean that when it happens to black and brown people, it's impossible that there's a racial element to the police brutality. What is Ren saying? I can't find it. But, yeah, so when I'm being tone policed, it's kind of weird to be like, well, you know, I don't think it was racism because, like, racism has happened to white people too. And it's like, okay, but there is still a difference in how that was handled. And, you know, like, if Hiten wanted to claim that her being tone policed in the past was, you know, like, it smelled of misogyny, I wouldn't discredit that. I wouldn't say that's impossible. Because I know that it is possible. There's always potential for bigotry against minorities of any kind, you know? Is this a new doc dropped by someone involved? This is a doc that was dropped by boonslayer criticizing my video. And so yeah, I think that that's a weak argument. And like when Hiten got tone policed by Spectre, everyone fucking ran to her defense despite her doing the tone policing to me. And the way people talked about me and the way people talked to me changed a lot when I started being more transparent about my racial background and my racial identity as a brown person. People treated me differently. Does anyone fucking remember Carmen Ryder? Carmen Ryder, when she made the video on me, and instead of asking for my pronouns, she asked what slurs apply to me? Because she originally, because I talked about how when I used my old avatar, people thought it was Jewish, and they used to call me the Jewish slave. And when I started being like, I'm not Jewish, like, I'm a brown person, but I'm not Jewish, Carmen Redder was like, well, your fucking avatar had a giant Jew fro, so what were people supposed to think it was? I was like, does that happen to white people? Do white people get asked what their slurs are? I'm gonna guess no. And like, Potter Sprocket has talked about this before, that she's gone in reverse You know, she used to use the brown avatar of Ponder's Rocket before using something more closely resembling her as a human being. And I was there. People used to call B, like Ponder, they used to call Ponder the hard R because they thought that her Sona was black. Or they thought that Ponder's Rocket was black and they thought it was her Sona and they thought it represented her. They would just straight up call her the N-word. And then as soon as she revealed that like she was a white person, vanished. People just defaulted to calling her a bitch because she's still a woman. But like to say that there's not a racism issue here is a little weird when there is a history. Yeah, the community 100% had a racist problem. I think it still does. It's just, I can't tell if it's either hidden better or just expressed through microaggressions more or maybe just lesser than. But it still exists in my opinion. Honestly, people need to start asking, would they ask what slur to call them if the person was white, cis? The answer is always no. Exactly, Streamline. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Beautifully worded. And so, I don't really get how being like, well, we have Aaron Tempest, a black man, and Lyle Convoy, a Mexican man, really makes any sense. It's giving, you know, it's giving tokenization. Like, we can't be racist. We have a black member and a Mexican. Not saying that Boone meant it that way, but that was immediately like, it raised some eyebrows. Like, I'm pretty sure that both of them have experienced some weird shit in regards to their ethnicity. And you know, people don't know that Lyle is Mexican. And even if you are Mexican, you can be white-skinned. You can be a white-skinned Mexican. Because, you know, like, Mexico is like the US. It's racially diverse. Because people are like, they're not white, they're Mexican. And I'm just kind of like, okay, so are you going to tell me that the white conquistadors, the indigenous population of the Americas, including in Mexico, and the black slaves, those are all the same race just because they're Mexican? No, that's not how it works. Hiten calls out Spoctor for tone policing an AFAB and telling her how she's meant to feel, and that's totally valid, but when Chuli does it regarding her being jumped on, she's reaching like, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hiten did mention that there was maybe a bit of a misogynistic tone to the way Spoctor treated her. And I'm not going to deny that possibility. Because I'm not in the interest of like denying people's perceived notions of bigotry or like perceived acts or transgressions of bigotry against them. I'm not going to do that. Also, I saw that Mally joined. Hello, Mally. Hi, I'm late. But also, chat, I swear to God, stop using F-bombs. You might get caught in the auto moderation. Are you guys saying fuck or are you saying worse words? A worse word that says the F, that starts with an F. Be careful, y'all, okay? Don't get banned because you're saying weird shit. There's a misogynist and racist problem in the community. I don't doubt it. Streamline, I'm gonna go into your next stream and I'm gonna say fuck every 5 minutes. The F Slayer. Oh boy, okay. This next one? Okay, who's ready for this next one? Because we get to go over some screenshots for this. Fudge nuggets. Oh my god. Frick, fudge, Friday. Fudge. Fart. Fug. Freak. Y'all are deeply unserious. Okay, let's go into the next point, because there's a lot of stuff to go over, actually. Oh, God. Okay, where does this point end? Okay, right here. Right here. So here's our next bit of stuff to read. Guys, it's like 3 a.m. Callie, are you sure you don't need to go to sleep? Like, don't stay up too late if you can't. Yeah, I feel like you need to go to bed. With the flurries, the fluffers. Alright, y'all gotta chill. Okay. We got some shit. Okay. For the fourth point, Boone brings up about, oh god, what are y'all talking about in the chat? Keep it cute. Keep it cute in chat. So for this last point, Boone talks about the argument that Hiten and I had in 2019. The one that I brought up to showcase that she was lying about my actions of asking her to reveal private, like, mental health info of her friend. Because Boone apparently has a problem with the way I've recounted that situation in the screenshots that I've shown. So we gonna get into it. Okay. No, the judgment that I have for Chuli is kind of reserved for something specific. And that's where I feel all of this starts, because it actually has nothing to do with Fegos. Based on how swiftly and efficiently Chuli shoehorned an argument from 2019 into the video, as though it was actually relevant to the discussion, using it as evidence of Heaton's attitude of putting words in people's mouth, which I'd like to note, you have a third party in that conversation trying to tell you that's not happening, but here, let another third party tell you what's fucked up here. Quick note, Boone. That third party was Ponder, and she kind of doesn't agree with how she handled that argument. So you trying to use her to be like, well, she was telling you fucked up. She doesn't agree with that sentiment anyway. At least as far as I'm aware. Because I didn't do what you guys are saying I did. Lay off Ponder? Yeah, is Ponder getting jumped right now in the chat? Chill, y'all. Chill. Lay off of her. If you have criticisms of stuff that Ponder has done in the past, that's fine. We're talking about this here right now, okay? Playing jump rope. Okay. So, and also, Boone says that I shoehorned the thing in. I did not. Hiten is the entire reason that that argument is public in the first place. Because she is the first one who brought it up when she deflected against my criticisms of her thread. Let's keep it a stack. Let's be real about what the situation is here. I didn't publicize this. I even said that in my video, that I didn't make this public. I didn't leak private shit. Hiten is the one that brought a private situation into the public. All I did was bring evidence to prove that she was being untruthful about it, or she was misconstruing it, whether that was intentional or not. So stop saying that I'm shoehorning things in, when that is not, if it wasn't for Hiten, we would not be here at all at this point, okay? What are my pronouns? I like they in a professional sense. My friends, and like in a casual sense, I don't mind she. She is fine. Hiten is to blame here, exactly. You claim that in this argument, you were not asking for specific mental health information of another person, but instead asking for general general info on another solution. But in relation to Hiten bringing up, or having been in this situation, you said this. Also, Hiten, your situation does not seem comparable in my opinion. Can you explain to me how others work? Yes. Can you explain to me how other apparent solutions work? Other apparent methods to reach the solution work? And Boone says, yes, that is you asking for specific information about a person's mental health crisis, and highlights exactly why you talking about general examples later is completely meaningless, because Hiten is simply trying to imply or say that similar situations, which to be honest is already more specific mental health information that you realistically have a right to, did not call for this. And I think Hiten was wrong. Every situation, no matter how similar they are, is going to be a little different, because when you have different people, you have different issues and imbalances. Different ways their personality responds to the issues and imbalances, different underlying traumas, different everything. And while that means that theoretically there could be 1 in a million situation where your solution is correct, when someone is telling you that they have witnessed a pattern of this not working, then maybe denial of that fact is blatantly fucked up, and I don't even need the research I started doing on the two creators from what I call the white girl side of YouTube to tell me that. Okay, Boone, you're kind of contradicting yourself here. You're trying to say that, like, oh, every situation is so different. You know, not every solution is going to work the same. They're going to be specific. And then you try and blanket statement things that you're not supposed to do, or that are, like, that are not allowed to happen. No, that's not going to work. If a situation for how a situation needs to be handled is unique to that situation, it's unique in all regards. Not just the ones that you find convenient or that align with your argument. Okay, dude? Like, if what you're supposed to do in that situation is unique, so is what you're not supposed to do in that situation. And you know what? I agree with you that they are unique. That was what I was trying to tell Hiten. And you know what? Hiten doesn't agree with you here. Because in that argument, later on, and I'll bring up the screenshot, she said that it's just mental health issues and mental health issues. Does that sound like someone who really understands the complexities and the nuances of every situation being different, like you're trying to imply she thinks here? Because I'll tell you, she didn't think that in the argument that I was having with her. Also, I think the music died. Give me a second. What is this? There we go. Yeah, Hiten was talking to me of just she knew what to do. Yeah, and that's why I was asking her. I was like, okay, do you have any, like, examples of stuff? Like, examples of, like, methods that work? Examples of ways to apparently handle this situation? Because, like, as much as Boone is like, every situation is different, there are, you know, functions. There are processes that have definitions. There are ways to describe something without letting me know about the personal mental health of a person. Like, let's take about Eugenia Cooney's whole thing right here. If I had to describe that situation without mentioning the mental health or, you know, stuff that she was suffering with, you could describe what happened to her as lure the person into a space where they can be psychiatrically evaluated, and if necessary, a 5150 can be called, and that person will be sent to, like, a rehabilitation center or to the hospital. How does that, you know, explain Eugenia Cooney's mental health info? It doesn't. Because there is way to describe functions and processes that are supposed to help people without getting into those details. And how you and Hiten seemingly continue to miss that, I don't really know. Like, I'll even... That one might just be embarrassing for Hiten, because that's, like, such an L take that she had with, like, the whole it's mental health issues and mental health issues. I don't know if I want to be that mean right now, but, like, Boone, let's be serious. Who's Eugenia? Eugenia Cooney is an anorexic girl on YouTube whose entire platform revolves around the fact that she has anorexia. Her videos are basically just a catalog of body checking content, and from what I can tell, her audience is either inspo for anorexic people or fetish content for people who get off on anorexia. And the whole point of that argument, or, like, the whole reason why that argument happened, is because back in 2019, Eugenia was 5150'd and she was forced to go into rehab. And when she came back, Shane fucking Dawson immediately shoved her back into the limelight in the same environment, same creator sphere that led to her anorexia, that she used for her anorexia. He brought her straight back to the platform that revolved around her anorexia the second she got out of rehab. And they just acted like it was fine in the video. And so another YouTuber, Jacqueline Glenn, made a video basically warning people like, hey, this situation isn't fine. Like, what's going on here isn't fine. And she ended up going into like the night that Eugenia was 5150. And Hiten had a problem with that because it was talking about, you know, something traumatic that was private. But the thing that I was trying to point out, which is actually in line with Boone, and why I think it's not okay to just blanket statement, you can never do this, is because Eugenia is a victim, but she has also entered into a space where she is perpetuating anorexia. She is promoting anorexia. She is promoting harm. She is posting what is essentially self-harm to YouTube. And I think warning people about the situation and the reality of what's going on there, you know, is useful. I think that might be a fair thing to do. It's humiliating for the person, but again, it's not like she's just a person with anorexia getting her story aired out to all the public. She's the biggest like anorexia content creator. And that was something that Hiten kept trying to downplay, being like, oh, well, we have similar situations of the blah, 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 blah. And I was trying to be like, no, this situation is too different. I was the one saying what you think you apparently need to teach me, Boone. In that argument, you can see I don't think that their situations apply because this situation is different. And that's why I was saying that I don't think the way that like their solutions would work. People even donate to ask her weight to know goals. That's disgusting. Oh, bye-bye, Zerzerla Wolf. And like, I have those screenshots. I can bring them up. I just have to find the person that I was talking to about the situation with. Yeah, because every situation, and you know, like Hiten did end up telling me the private mental health information that, again, I didn't ask for. I never asked for that. But she apparently went and got permission for it anyways. And then she like told it and she thought that she really did something. And my immediate response was just like, okay, this isn't the same situation. And she yelled at me. She was like, that's not my fucking point. And that's why I even said in the video, I was just like, when she was like, you've never been in this situation before, I was like, neither have you. Boonslayer, in those screenshots and in the video, I was talking about how this situation is unique and different, and it can be handled unique and different because it is unique and different. And yet you feel the need to explain to me that all situations are unique and different. Do you know who you're talking to? Are you aware of the situation? Are you aware of what you're supposed to allegedly be debunking? Because you're doing a bad job here, buddy. And this is the part where I will have to post some screenshots because right here, yeah, right here. You show where Hiten allegedly quote, or you show where you allegedly quote Hiten from earlier in the conversation, but don't show Hiten saying these words you're putting in quotation marks when the specific reason you brought these screenshots up in the first place, even prior, was to prove that they were telling the story the way you described it and calling it proof. Oh, wait, what? Oh. was to prove you were telling the truth. This is the equivalent of presenting someone saying they kind of sort of remember the story the way you described it and calling it proof. A pod shot, I'm sure the person... Okay, I don't fucking care. This is the proof that was already public, and you said you posted initially to prove Hiten was lying about this argument when it doesn't even do that. It does. I directly said that I wasn't asking for mental health information, and you don't have to describe processes by revealing mental health information. If you think you do, you're simply wrong. And I don't know what to tell you beyond that. But like, he's getting on me because I showed where I quoted Hiten putting words in my mouth, but I didn't show Hiten putting words in my mouth. And he's saying that it's equivalent to someone like saying they kind of sort of remember the story you described it. Boone, that was me quoting something that Hiten had literally just said to me minutes prior. And we'll go ahead and bring up that screenshot so you can look goofy, because Lord knows you gonna. Okay, so here is the full fucking screenshot of that thing happening that I just said. Hiten says... How do you not see that telling the entire fucking internet some very intimate details about her home situation, sharing the embarrassment of having 5150 being called on her, and having a group of her closest friends be the ones to do it is incredibly stressful and demeaning? And I said, can you not put words in my mouth? Thanks. Because I never said that it wasn't stressful for Eugenia. And then B says something here that she doesn't agree with anymore. And I, at the moment, literally quote word for word what Hiten said. So, sorry, Boone, you look a bit goofy right now because you're gonna call my bluff. Make sure it's a bluff. Oh, shit. Okay. Y'all weren't supposed to see that. That's some notes that Clown had on the situation that I may bring up later. Y'all weren't supposed to see the bear thing of that. Let me actually move that over so that doesn't happen again. Okay, there we go. So yeah, no. I was directly quoting what Hiten had literally just said to me. Get off my ass. If she's moving on and doesn't want to engage, yeah. That's where he says that dumb shit. Julie does have a right to be mad at Hiten and does have a right to say how she felt about what Hiten did, don't get me wrong. And I'm not interested in being the one to tone police on this, and I've never said that anyone is required to agree with me if I criticize them. But on the same token, I really hope the response to this is either nothing or nothing. Okay, that's a little weird. Because based on what I've seen, this has been dragged on for far too long and should stop becoming a pissing contest of those who can get the last word in. Bitch, did you not fucking contribute? You don't get to contribute and then be like, this is a pissing contest of who can get the last word in. Maybe I'm a hypocrite for that because I said that I wanted to move in my video. But Hiten was lying about me, intentionally or no. And I kind of have a right to clear up the shit that she said about me that wasn't true. And also, I used that video to explain the way I was groomed as a minor, because it was important in describing the context for why I acted the way in my abuse situations and why I have had the demeanor that I have. Time to fall asleep to this. Slay Ray Gonzalez. Okay, and it looks like that's the end of Boone's document. I think he just calls out the SCC here, and you know what? I'm like, that's fine. So I think we're gonna move on from Boonslayer's document. Overall, 2 out of 10. Oh, hi, Joni. Not sure if this will be seen, but hey, Chuli, want to drop an apology for my own. I didn't say anything around the time all this shit went down, because I know how I could feel to get tone policed due to my own experiences with V. I'm sorry for not backing you up when I really should have. You know what? It's fine. And I know that you're young. If I'm correct, you're around my age. I'm 21 right now. I don't know how old you are, but I'm under the impression that you're young. And so I don't really hold it against you that much. And you're doing all that I can ask for right now, which is hearing out my side of the story and my criticisms of the ways that I was treated. Pointing in the mirror, this one. Yeah, that was kind of what he was doing in that document. You're 23? Oh, okay. I'm about to be 22. You're probably only a year older than me. But yeah, I appreciate the apology. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. I think I have you blocked on Twitter. I can probably undo that. I don't remember your handle, though. If you tell me your handle, I can unblock you. I don't think it was seen, but I also apologize for not saying anything, as well as agreeing with and believing the original narrative. For anyone, yeah, for any of you guys that did that who are here now, I just want y'all to know that, like, it's good. Like, y'all are here to listen out to the other side. Like, and seeing me show the truth and speak the truth of what happened. And I appreciate that a lot. So thank you guys for doing the work. Okay, who should we talk about next? Should we talk about the person at... You're probably going to be less active there. That's, you know what, that's fair. I'll still unblock you, though. Unblock. Okay, and I will go ahead and link my Twitter if you want to do the same. If not, that's fine. Nezzie, is it time to talk about Nezzie? Are we ready to talk about Nezzie? We're gonna save the ugly for a little bit later. I think it's time to talk about the bad. Yeah, a lot of people on YouTube just assumed that everyone was supporting me. Dude, I was in the trenches on Twitter. I was getting my shit rocked. I was getting jumped. I think it's Nezzie time. Okay. So... where should we start with Nezzie? Should we start about what I said in my video about Nezzie? Nezzie is a psych major? Is that real? That's kind of crazy if that's true. I assumed everyone liked you. Dude, everyone hated me. That shit was crazy. There was like maybe a handful of people that didn't hate me. Everyone else either didn't know me or they fucking hated me. Yeah, it's fine, Rin. You didn't have to say anything. Okay, let's start with my... Oh god, Ruru. Let's start with what I said about them in my video. So, I called them a groomer enabler. And I called them out for what they said about... B is one of the handful of bitches that did not hate me, it's true. And I pointed out that Nezzie, you know, talked shit about me on the day that Fago's video dropped. Because, you know, they were like... I can bring it up. It was... The gist of the comment was basically like... Well, how long have you been waiting to treat Fagos like shit? And the correct answer is however fucking long I wanted to, because that's none of your fucking business. Like, who cares if I treat the person that abused me and lied to me about sexual assault while I was a minor, who cares if I treat that person like shit, Nezzie? Not me. But let me go ahead and find content creation, YouTube. I didn't like how Nezzie talked about the victims of the SCK. That was crazy. I do remember that they said that they didn't know to believe to believe Teddy on the whole on their grooming, their statements about grooming with Toasty, because they're just such a liar. You know, Nezzie didn't know to believe them because Teddy's just a liar. When Fagos came out and was like, yeah, I told them this. Yeah, it's like, Fagos literally, that was like a whole ass fucking confession. And then I was the piece of shit for being mad about it. I was like, come on, you guys. Okay, I think this is the... Oh no, this is the other one. Where is the tweet about Nezzie? Oh, there we go. This one. Okay. We can bring the thing back out of the box. Okay, here we go. Hi, Nezzie. How are you? So this is what Nezzie said about me. I question a person's actions even if they're for good, because it has become clear to me that for too many people, being right is more important than the safety of others. Keep in mind, my safety, the safety of my fucking mental, was completely at risk because of Fagos. And I talked about that in my original video. I literally talked about how they were fucking me up and how they got me fucked up mentally. And was like, guys, I can't move on. Like, I can't keep going without talking about this. And people are just like, you just care about being right. I don't understand how people got that conclusion. And they say, I'm good because I beat the bad guy when they act aggressive, and it becomes a question of how long did you wait for the right to treat someone like garbage? Mind you, Julie is meticulous. Thank you, Callie. Mind you, this was like not long after Hiten released her video on Junkie, where she was very fucking mean to Junkie. If y'all remember her outro, that I don't want your slimy, disingenuous bitch boy apology. Nezzie, were you questioning Hiten on how long she was waiting to treat Junkie like garbage? Did you give a fuck? Or did you realize that that was kind of an inappropriate thing to think with Heaton's whole situation with Junkie? The same should have applied to me. Nezzie and Avi are both awful. They're meant for each other. Oh no. Name's Junkie? Oh yeah, fuck Junkie. Junkie is a piece of shit. So this is what I pointed out, and I also showed that, like, I called Nezzie out for doing this before my video, and this is why Avi blocked me. This tweet is why Avi blocked me, because when Nezzie was getting exposed for lying to like all the creators that, oh my god, for lying to all the creators that Toasty like wasn't sending porn, their response was literally, I'm pretty sure their response was, boo hoo, I was 19. I'm pretty sure I can pull that up. Go ahead and grab that. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, here it is. This is why. Can't believe you fell for that stupid dragon. What do you mean? Oh, sorry. That was like so accusatory. I'm genuinely curious. Who's Avi? We'll get into it. Rules for the anonymity. That's Nezzie. That's Nezzie. Didn't all these people cyberbully a 14-year-olds on DeviantArt? I don't think Nezzie was around for that. I think Nezzie's kind of young. But they're older. They were 19 in 2020. Haha, who to trust? Oh, did I miss something? Did someone mention about trust? Yeah, trust doesn't exist. And personally, I don't think you should trust the people that I'm talking about. Boone, I think Boone's just dumb. But Nezzie and Avi, there's something a little bit more sinister going on there. And we're going to talk about it right now. So this is, you were talking about Junkie, sorry about that. What did you mean by fall for, though? This is the instance where Nezzie first responded to getting called out for lying to creators about, like, lying, saying that Toasty was not sending porn to minors. They tweeted, "It's gay month, which means you're not allowed to be mean to me. Now please give me affection." And someone right here, it's gone, but I remember it. This person initially said, like, delete your account. Or like, delete your platforms, leave your platforms. And Nezzie was like, make me, bitch. I ain't leaving because I was a dumbass when I was 19. Which, I mean, I guess I kind of agree with that sentiment. But also that's fucking rich coming from Nezzie. Let me move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that was the first screenshot. And then Akumu came in and just started tearing their shit up, which is a little funny. I mean, like, when Akumu's right, Akumu's right. You know. He started tearing up their shit. And he said that, like, it's because it's not negligence. It wasn't negligence. And right here, he shows, you know, the screenshot of Nezzie lying about Toasty. Right here, this is Nezzie says, "I used to be friends with him, yeah. I stopped because of stuff he did I didn't agree with. Like sending minors porn, Nezzie. And cut ties with him because he also mistreated a friend." Talking about Mad Libs. The sending porn to minors, that didn't make you cut him off, but the mistreatment of a friend is what made you cut Toasty off. You can't make this shit up. And then the person directly asks, was he sending porn to minors or encouraging minors to look at NSFW? And Nezzie's response is, I don't know about that. You fucking liar. Yes, you did. But I do remember he would send porn as a joke in the friend group, and we were all adults. Slimmers, you know, Jamesy, Teddy, Mimi, those were not adults. Those were minors, and you knew. And so let's see what Nezzie's reaction to this being exposed to them is. Okay, and then I don't agree. Yeah, Akuma was apparently not one for deplatforming, which is like fine. And then yeah, but he's basically telling Nezzie, like, you need to get real. And this is someone else chimes in. Someone else chimes in and starts talking about how, like, the hypocrisy with Nezzie, you know, chewing out Tippy and Keyblade and being like, they're handled with kids' gloves. They need to be held accountable right now. But when Nezzie is getting called out, it's literally, oh my god, I was 19, boo-hoo. Keep in mind, 19 was the age that I was when I came forward about Faghost. So I was old enough for Nezzie to apparently shame for how I, as an abuse victim, was talking about my abuser and being mean to my abuser. But they, at the same age, are not liable to criticism for literally lying about a groomer's actions and covering for them and enabling that. That's why I called Nezzie a groomer enabler. And you'll see they are just allergic to accountability. Oh my god, I was 19, boohoo. And so I responded, and I said, Nezzie's 19, I was 19, boohoo. Is wild because I spent the entire first month of being 19 cutting off Faghost, alerting everyone what she did, and making a whole ass expose just for Nezzie to subtweet me because I was too mean to Faghost after she admitted she lied. Boy, fuck you. And Nezzie, if Nezzie and accountability and getting called out, they don't go together. And so that's when I found out that Nezzie blocked me. Nezzie blocked me after I tweeted this and after I called them out for victim shaming me. And how their excuse of like I was 19 didn't work because they were shitting on me when I was 19 for something that wasn't actually even wrong. But yet when they are called out for doing something much, much, much worse as a 19-year-old, suddenly their age like is boohoo, get over it. Like that's crazy. And let me show, because I do have the screenshot of like the tweet saying that Avi blocked me. I just have to find that real quick. Navigating the file explorer is the bane of my existence. Okay, keyword search Nezzie. Oh, I think this is it. Hey gamers. Hey Avi. If you've been blocked by this account in the past few months, just know it was by Avi, the one typing right now. Nezzie gave me access to this account to manage for mental health purposes, and I've been taking the liberty of curating the old timeline by blocking FCK victims and people that Nezzie has wronged. I'm blocking them so that they don't have to deal with the actions or the consequences of their actions. Is Nezzie gender fluid, all pronouns? Because Julie is saying she. No. When I was saying she, I was talking about Faghost, and unless I accidentally said she about Nezzie, in which case I apologize. I just call Nezzie they because there's a fucking dumbass boy in relation to them that I have to talk about, and it's easy to just use two different pronouns, they and he, versus calling them both he. So yeah, El Avi. Like, that's, and I think I tweeted about that. That was like the one and only time I ever tweeted about Avi. By name. I subtweeted him a couple times. But it was for reasons entirely unrelated to this. Nezzie uses all pronouns. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But I tweeted about Nezzie. I tweeted about Avi once, and it was because of this, and because I found out that he blocked me from their account after I called out the shit that they said about me. And so I was just like, y'all are just fucking allergic to accountability. Blatant victim shaming on Nezzie's part. No, literally. And victim blaming. Like, they literally victim blamed Teddy. They said that Teddy's a liar, and that's why they had trouble believing their grooming story with Toasty, even though they fucking knew that Toasty was sending porn to minors, and even told Toasty to get rid of the minors' fucking porn chat. But they were so suspicious of Teddy because they're just such a liar. Like, fuck off, dude. Sorry, I'm getting mad. I hate Nezzie. I hate Avi. I hate both of these people. But, and we'll show those screenshots with Nezzie too. And the one and only time I tweeted about Avi was when I just was just like, so you're telling me it was Avi blocking the victims and shit and blocking me? And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And then I mentioned it in my video. I called them allergic to accountability. Oh yeah. Avi did talk about Ren's genitals in a very demeaning way. It was like, it was misogynistic, even though Ren isn't a girl. It was like, you could tell that the way that he was talking about them was rooted in misogyny. Talking about how people only defending Ren because they want to get in their pants. And when Ren was like, stop fucking saying that. If you want to send those screenshots to me, if you still have those, Rin, you can send those to me. Of when you were like, please stop talking about my genitals. And Avi's response was just like, I'm not talking about your genitals. I'm just saying what like your simps are being denied, which is your genitals. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that he was doing that. And if I had seen that, because I don't think he and I were talking when he did that, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, please send those to me, Rin. I can bring them up on stream. Yeah, go ahead. I think that that Avi apologized through Yoon in the infamous McDonald's Rin call, the closet McDonald's Rin call, because that was a thing that happened. Brother, yeah, I think when Yoon and you were 21 when he did that. Yeah. I think when Rin and Yoon were talking in that call before the whole Lyo takeover happened, I remember hearing an apology from Avi through Yoon about how he shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good at least. I can't accept that apology. That's Rin's to accept. It's not my apology to accept, you know? Oh, okay. Oh, this is Avi. Lyo eating that Big Mac. Okay. It's okay to be anti-Semitic. I don't know if anyone was being anti-Semitic. I can't confirm or deny that. As long as you didn't know the person you were being anti-Semitic to was Jewish. And if you're fighting to acquire the legendary they-them pussy. This person was defending Rin. Is this? Oh, yeah. Who is defending? Oh, wait, what? Oh. This tweet is weird, right? What is this one about? Okay, yeah. They, them pussy is not transphobic. It's merely what you're being denied. No, the way that they were talking about Rin was transphobic. The fact that they felt the need to like bring their genitals into it and their pronouns, that was all really, really gross. And just to be clear, before anyone jumps me, because we're about to talk about some shit more about this man. I didn't know this was happening. I can tell you that I was not talking to him because I think this was in February of 2022. Yeah. He and I was not happy with him during that time. And we weren't really talking, and I had him muted on Twitter because he was following Hiten and he was putting her on my fucking timeline. Not even a few months after she released that fucking thread about me. So I was not happy with Avi at this time. I didn't see this was happening, and yeah, I did see at a later point when Avi called Rin a they-them pussy, as in like you're a pussy, and also your pronouns are they-them. That is, I think, a little bit transphobic, and I apologize to Rin. I've apologized to Rin in the past because I apparently liked that tweet of him saying that, and I do apologize to Rin for that. Hard to explain, but it was a Pearl Harbor joke that Avi took offense to by unlisted, and unlisted did this of his own volition, didn't even condone it. Yeah, it was weird. Like, someone even said that, like, Akumu was saying something about me. I can't remember exactly what it was even done. And someone replied and they were like, Chuli's not gonna fuck you. And I was like, can you just be normal? Like, whatever happened to hello? You know, whatever happened to being normal? And then we got this one. Rin, is this last screenshot of you saying this? Is this you saying this, Rin? Is it, are you left? Are you the person that's left here? I didn't condone this. Please don't talk about my pussy as if I would fuck anybody. It makes me feel disgusting. And Avi's response to being told to stop sexually harassing someone is, also just want to make note that all I said about your fucking pussy, talking about it again, is to say that you wouldn't fuck your simp. Don't worry, you don't have to self-report. So Rin says, please do not talk about me fucking anyone. That is so disgusting to me. And Avi's response is, oh, so you want to fuck them? Bitch. Like, oh my god. Okay. I think we're explaining enough before we get into the stuff that happened after the fucking video. Is everyone ready for me to talk about Nezzie's reaction to my video? I'm gonna just wait for the chat to explode. Sorry to everyone whose ears I just blew out. Sorry, y'all. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, let's talk about Nezzie's reaction to my fucking video. Because now I gotta fucking call myself out. Not that I did anything wrong, but like, I gotta talk about me. Because despite me talking about stuff being leaked without my consent in the video, it would appear as though Nezzie decided to leak something without my consent. I'm sorry, B. I forgot that I had to turn up like the microphone sensitivity, so I can only imagine that that was like ungodly loud. I apologize, everyone. Okay. Here's Nezzie's response. Calling me a groomer enabler while ignoring the multiple times I called them out and cut them off is fucking wild. Go fuck yourself. Take your AI bullshit and go. Stay mad at fucking everything and everyone. Stay mad he chose me over you. Live your life as a vindictive person. Bye-bye. I hate the fact that I contributed this to this community in any way. It brought out the worst in me, and I am tired of bullshit like this. What a response. Oh, y'all don't gotta grill people about their personal relationships, okay? I'm so confused. Don't worry, I'm about to explain everything. And I have a question for the chat, for anyone who is familiar with Nezzie and Avi. They said the line. Chose, yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I'm so excited. This is like so horrible, and I hate this, but I also love this because it's so fucking stupid. So let's first talk about that first tweet that they ignored the multiple times I called them out. Let's look at the time that, okay, that was Rin, by the way. That left person, the I don't even remember what the handle was, that Avi responded to, that was Rin. Let's go ahead and look, since Nezzie doesn't want me to ignore the times that they called out Toasty. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Bring this over here. Okay. Exhibit A. This is them calling Toasty out. Toasty, you need to remove the Slimmers NSFW chat. We'll explain the whole, like, the who chose who. We'll explain that in a minute. It's personal stuff. And it was outed without my consent. For no fucking reason. But I'm game. I'm game. Let's talk about it. Just wait a minute. Toasty, you need to remove the Slimmers NSFW chat. I'm not in charge of that. You'll have to ask the admin. You're friends with the admin. I wouldn't really call me and him friends, but I'll ask him. Just warning you guys that the chat could become an issue. The chat, the porn channel for the minors porn chat could become an issue. Nezzie, you're fucking warning. You're warning Toasty about them receiving consequences for having the minors porn chat. And for having the fucking... Slimmers is a minor who was in the FCK, which is a server in which there were some minors who were groomed, and a bunch of minors were just getting shown porn all the time and were allowed into porn spaces and were encouraged to share and receive pornography. Yeah. Like, Nezzie, was it not already an issue? Was it not an issue that it existed in the first place? Because, like, I think Nezzie's really self-reporting with that bottom message. I'm just warning you that it could become an issue. That sounds like I'm just warning you that this could come to light and it could fuck you over. Because, you know, you're allowing minors to have porn and to engage in porn. Or not engage in porn, but engage with porn. So is this you calling them out? You warning them to effectively, you know, get rid of the evidence so that it doesn't become a problem? Porn chat specifically for the minors is like, come the fuck on. It's insane. FCK was Epstein Island. The FCK was Epstein Island of the ACC. It was, and they had many visitors. They had so many visitors, you guys. So many people were on the plane to FCK Island. Junkie was one of the people. Okay, let's keep going. Let's find some more of the apparent calling out of Toasty. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that really fucks Nezzie over. Teddy was 16, yeah. There was about 5... No, there was like 6 or 7 minors in there, wasn't there? There's probably more. I'm probably low on that number. Because I know that there were other minors who were like as young as like 13 or 12. Oh wait, why did it just show the same thing? Oh, wait, no. We have more screenshots. Hold on. Is this the one? Okay, both of these shotgun Nezzie in the face. The youngest one was 12. Yeah. They not like us. They really ain't. That is the anthem of the year. It is. You were talking to me about V, and V got in trouble for similar stuff. Grooming a fucking minor, by the way, and sending porn to minors. If you knew Slimmers was a minor and they had an NSFW chat for them, then lied about knowing about it. You're not calling them out, you're covering for them. Precisely, ZD. You hit that on the fucking head. V got in trouble for sending porn to minors, despite the fact that they were uncomfortable with it. I have no idea, Ponder. I have no fucking idea what people talk about with 12-year-olds. The only 12-year-old or child that I would ever talk to is if we had a familial relationship. Like if it was like my niece or my nephew or nibbling. And they were a child. But like, I don't understand how you can even find 12-year-olds to talk to. Me and Teddy had a conversation when it comes to shit like that. We both agreed that we were fine sending NSFW to each other as long as it's not spammy and really weird, and made that up with the other thing. I don't think me and Libby are on talking terms, but if she's fine with talking to me about this, then I can talk to her, but probably not tonight. Okay, so talking about literally how V would send porn to minors, and V was grooming minors. And you're saying that Toasty can get in hot water for similar stuff. I don't think you're a bad person, but sending porn without permission and sending it until the person is okay with it can be seen as grooming-esque behavior. Nezzie knew what the fuck this was. They think that this saves them. Nezzie, this doesn't fucking save you when all you did was essentially call for the hiding of the evidence. You basically told them to hide the evidence and then lied in a server full of content creators when this very thing was getting talked about publicly. And I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Nezzie is just like, oh, well, Rin said that their video was bad anyways. So you know, I didn't know what to think. And it's like, but you already know what was happening. You know what was happening. You lied about it. You don't get to say that Rin maybe fucked up what they were talking about because you were there for what the fuck was happening. You saw what was happening. You helped cover it up. Yes, Nezzie, you are a groomer enabler. That is what you are. Sorry, I'm yelling. But like, oh my god. Like, be serious for once in your life, Nezzie. Yeah, they're mad that I called them a groomer enabler, and they got so fucking mad that... Oh, question, you guys. Question, you fucking guys. Did anyone know before this that Avi and Nezzie were dating? Did anyone know before this tweet that they were a thing? Because I'm curious on the public's reception or perception of that fact that they are a thing, because it makes everything really, really funny. So everyone is confused. Okay, so for context, this next line, stay mad at fucking everything and everyone. That's crazy, by the way. Me making a whole video talking about how I was completely isolated and victim shamed and abused and groomed, and your response to that is stay mad at fucking everything and everyone. Your response to that is stay fucking mad. And you think you're a good person. Let's keep it a stack, Nezzie. Let's keep it a stack. This next line, stay mad he chose me over you. Okay, let me go ahead and explain what that is about. So, Avi and Nezzie are a thing. And apparently they were so ass-shittingly mad that I called them a groomer enabler that they outed this fact. I don't know how it became public because it's not detailed here. I don't know like how them dating like became public knowledge because like it just says stay mad he chose me. It doesn't say stay mad Avi chose me. Guys, I think he chose Nezzie. I don't know how it became public. All I know is that I was at Disneyland because I went to Disneyland the day that I released the video. I hopped on a train, went out to Anaheim, and went to Disneyland for the night. And then I got up real early in the morning the next day and went there again. I just know that I was at Disneyland and I saw this and I was like, what the fuck is this response? Because like you guys, I didn't know that they were a thing. This tweet is how I found out that they were a thing. And I only know it because I know who the he is. And now everyone else does too. Because they were stupid. And they fucking outed it because they were so fucking mad. So like, good job. You outed your private relationship. I mean, they outed mine too. as a result, but like you added your own private relationship that like you apparently wanted private or whatever, because you were mad that I called you something that you are. I saw this on Disney, or at Disney, on Disney Channel. Nezzie was on Disney Channel. No. Why the fuck is this so loud? This one is loud as shit. Okay. Why hide it until now? You know, if people's relationships, if they want their relationships to be private, that's fine. Wise decision, Nezzie. That's a slow, awkward clap moment. It really is. So all I know is that I saw this. I saw some of the discourse. I think Akumu tagged me in a tweet about it. And people started speculating. And I looked at it and I was like, oh God, people are speculating on this thing. And then somehow everyone immediately found out that Nezzie was talking about Avi. And I have no idea how that happened. If Avi, like if that information was known privately and then someone knew that information in private and said it to someone who then said it to a more public thing and then it became public because of that line of communication, or just that the transferring of information out into a public sphere. I don't know how, but people found out. People found out real fucking quick. And then suddenly people were like, oh my God, we're truly an Avi thing? Like, we're truly, like, why are they talking about this? Like, what do they mean by, like, Avi choosing them? And I was just like, guys, I don't know. Like, this is my private shit. And Nezzie just fucking outed it. And I don't know why they would do that. Two terror people who have each other in common. You don't even know the half of it. So, apparently, although I was completely unaware of the information of the fact that they were dating, Nezzie thought that I was like jealous or like mad because yeah, he and I were a thing for a very short time. And they think that I'm mad because they were a thing. And I didn't even know that they were a thing. Again, the only time that I ever mentioned Avi publicly by name was when I was talking about him blocking the victims and blocking me on Nezzie's account. And I was surprised to figure out that that even happened when I first said it. And the funniest part is that, like, I think a week before my video came out, someone brought that up in like a private server that I was in. And I was like, do you think they're like a thing? That would be crazy if they were a thing. Because I know how it went the first time. And then lo and behold, Nezzie is like, he fucking chose me, stay mad. And I'm like, oh my, girl, I don't want him. Keep him. I don't want that man. Why would I be mad that he's not with me? Like, it gives extremely petty vibes and like she's jealous of you. I think she's threatened by me. Or they're threatened by me for some reason. And I mean, you should be threatened by me. I'm fucking gorgeous. Imagine prioritizing your insecurity than the victims you allowed to get hurt. That's crazy. That is crazy. But I had a couple responses to this that I'll go ahead and pull up on my Twitter. Oh my God, I have so many notifications. So this happened. Yeah. Yeah, good, keep him. Like, I don't want him. And like, I hated him from the moment, or I didn't hate him, but I was very fucking hurt by him. And I know I'm not going to talk about the personal details of that because it's not the public's business. And for all I know, these fucking hoes, they get off on knowing how they hurt me. But I was upset with him when we broke things off. And so, like, I didn't need you to not like him. I already did, Nezzie. And like, I will say, because I have talked about this before, that, like, one of the reasons that, I don't like Avi is because he was one of the people who was shit-talking me in private, behind my back, including after when we met up in person, and I had no fucking idea that that was happening. And when I did find out, I tried to confront him through a third party about it because he and I were not on speaking terms. And his response to me bringing this behavior to light, bringing his actions to light and saying, "Why did you do this?" His response was that I was just trying to start a fight and that he wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to engage with me. He wasn't going to entertain me trying to start a fight with him because I was talking to him about stuff that he did, like fucked up things that he did in regards to my abuse situation. So like, Nezzie, have him. That was the last time I ever spoke to Avi. It's giving Disney sitcom. Disney sitcoms are written better than this. Let me go ahead and find... Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of ate Nezzie up. Oh, let me go back to chat. So he's garbage? Yeah. These are bad people. Which is why I said they're meant for each other. Oh my god. The fact that I know exactly what you're talking about, Stellar Stars. That's brain rot. I don't know. Apparently, according to someone I talked to yesterday, they got together after, like, apparently a good amount after he and I stopped, you know, being a thing. And that does kind of relieve my soul a little bit because the way they talked about it, like the fact that it was a decision between the two of us, and I was like, I didn't know about this. And then I would think like, wait, was he like double dipping? Was he like fucking around with them and fucking around with me at the same time? But no, apparently that's not what happened, according to someone who still talks to them that I talked to yesterday. So at least they're that. At least we can, at least the cheater label does not have to be applied to Avi. At least there's that. Dude, the fucking... He chose me. That shit's become a fucking meme in my life. I will never escape that. And, like, I'm mad, but, like, it's funny, so I'll allow it. DM you later about that. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's one thread I made about Nezzie. It was just so weird, like, going on to Twitter, and then everyone is like, why is Nezzie talking about your not ex-boyfriend? I don't even like to call him my ex-boyfriend, because, like, what kind of fucking boyfriend was that? But yeah, like, all these people are like, why is Nezzie talking about your ex? Why is Nezzie talking about your ex dating them? I'm like, I just found out. I don't know. I just found out that that is even a thing. And, you know, I am one to get my hands dirty. You know, if someone thinks that they are gonna hurt me by taking a low dig at me, I can go lower. I'm like, bet. I'm game. Like, let's fight. Let's fucking do this. You want to talk about personal shit? We'll talk about personal shit. Like, unless you are, like, 100% certain that you're gonna win by taking that personal dig, it's not a good idea with me. Especially when you're someone like Nezzie. And you have about 1.5 million things to criticize you for. Okay. We are getting my responses to the tweets. because this is the funny thing. Something funny happened after this. My first response, yeah, this is Akumu. Akumu called them a lying cunt, and I thought that was pretty funny, not gonna lie. I wrote, Nezzie is genuinely insane. Jesus fucking Christ. The fact that they think I talked about their FCK involvement and what their boyfriend, who I didn't even know was their boyfriend. Last he told me he hated the first time they dated. That's because that's the thing that happened, you guys. Since we're outing personal shit, fuck you. That's why I talked about why their boyfriend did... The fact that he thinks that I talked about their FCK involvement and what their boyfriend did with their account because I'm jealous of him or them is like so... I just wrote it like, you're fucking weird. And I even wrote down here like, I cannot believe that Nezzie heard what I said about them enabling a groomer and getting their boyfriend to block the people they hurt and thought, this must be over a boy. Like, will Nezzie ever grow up? Will Nezzie ever grow up? Because, like, this is crazy. The fact that you would just say that. To quote the London Bridge. Oh, shit. Yeah, no. And that wasn't even the last of it. I went harder on this one. Get ready, everyone. Stay mad. He chose me over you. Nezzie, this tweet is literally how I found out you two were an item. I didn't even know he liked you, nor do I know when you two became a thing. And I even voiced my speculation that it was at the same time. I was worried that I was getting cheated on, guys, because, like, why would she say that? Or why would they say that other way in that way? And I guess the answer is that they're a fucking idiot. That's why they said it in that way. And I said, all I can say is, you can have him. Just know he's talked and will talk shit about you behind your back like he did with me, Hiten, and more. That's just the man he is, so good luck. Me hating him has never had anything to do with you. He gave me more than enough reasons to do that all by himself. And then I talk about, like, him, you know, talking behind my back about Faghost. You know, I think that the funniest thing you can do if someone starts bragging about their partner in a mean way to, like, demean you or to, like, discredit you, I think the funniest thing you can do is make them look like an idiot for having that partner in the first place. So that's what I did. I'm like, okay, you want to brag about this guy to, like, shit on me? Let's go ahead. Let's talk about what bragging material he is. Because he isn't. And neither are you. Neither of you are bragging material. You're pieces of shit. He's a toxic abuser, but I'm different. He'll be different. I mean, I hope that he doesn't hurt Nezzie. Yeah, he's talked shit about Nezzie. He talked shit about Nezzie before they started dating the first time. And he talked shit after they started dating the first time. I was like, that's the man you want to brag about having. Good luck, sister. What a good boyfriend, am I right? Yeah, like, he's such a good boyfriend. And just to be clear, I didn't fucking know about the stuff that was happening with Rin, like him sexually harassing them. I didn't know about that when he and I started dating, okay? Before anyone fucking jumps me, I feel like a fucking idiot for ever trying to date him in the first place. But I just want you guys to know that I didn't know about the sexual harassment when I did. I found that out like a year after he and I broke it off. Sister isn't Nezzie trans. Nezzie uses all pronouns, I'm pretty sure. Sister is a gender neutral term. It's like how I call people girl. Sister, gender. I use feminine words to describe everyone. Hi. Is that it for Nezzie? I think I've talked to all the shit I wanted to talk about Nezzie. I dodged bullets like the Matrix. Yeah, no. All I'm gonna say is the way that shit ended off, it was like a saving grace, and I didn't even know it. Hope you're okay. I'll be fine. It's just, you know, sometimes you're around pieces of shit and you get involved with pieces of shit and you don't realize that they're pieces of shit until it's too late. Avi is such a dream guy. I know, right? Okay, let's go ahead and close some of these to free up my fucking tabs, because Jesus Christ. While pronouns don't equal gender, the intent behind words matter. Saying sister is not meant to be gendered in the way it typically is, like bro. Exactly. I use feminine nouns and words and stuff in gender neutral ways. Like people say like dude and bro. You just got here? What's going on? Oh boy. You just missed some crazy shit, silly merman. You gonna have to watch the stream back. How many? There was at least like 20. Because I pulled up like 20 screenshots and they were all their own tabs. Okay. Is it time to talk about the ugly? Also, it's silent now. I just realized that the playlist ended. That can't be the case. We're neurodivergent. We don't accept silence. Hit the like button if you like the stream. Okay. I think it's time to talk about the ugly. This was pretty ugly. It gets worse. It gets worse. It's Kayden time, yeah. It's time to talk about Kayden. So, I want to preface that I know you said you're okay, but I genuinely wish you and Ponder and Clown more luck and happiness once you get them, once you and them get that video out. I hope so too. Yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse. I'll preface with a couple of things. So when I talked about Kayden in the video, I didn't talk about everything. There was stuff about Kayden in the video that I did not talk about. There was stuff that I talked about in private that I did not talk about with Kayden in our private call. Because I think I just forgot to. Because we got hung up on that one instance of me getting sexually harassed by him on that live stream. Because we had to talk about that for like a good fucking minute. But yeah, there's more, and we're gonna talk about it today because I think that there's more to talk about with Kayden. The stream is still going. The stream is still going. We still got a few things to talk about. Let's go ahead and find... Kayden commented on my video. I want to start with that. Kayden commented on my video. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Okay. Here it is. Why is that not going onto the thing? Oh, because that's on a different Chrome group. Okay. Kayden, this is Kayden's thing. Saw someone knowing interacting with Kayden. I'm not sure what that means. Well, I'll just read this out. I want to start off by saying that I am sorry. I am sorry for my actions and the precedents I set around you in the server. I'm sorry for the wordage that I used when you were clearly uncomfortable with what was being said, and I'm sorry for not acting my age. This has been tough for me to grasp over the time we talked about this, and I feel like saying I have grown as a person is not enough. So I plan to make a precedence to make sure that I take what we talked about to heart and to work again on what needs to be done. Again, I am sorry. So, not a bad comment on paper. And yet. Oh my god. Okay. I know things that I'm not allowed to talk about in public, and they have shaped how I view this comment. But even then, I want to talk about the stuff in public that I think speaks enough for itself. So it's not a bad comment on paper. I did think it was a little weird. And I didn't think it was a little weird when I saw the comment. I liked it. It's an imp. Mage of Doomsy. Or, no wait, who said that? GXT, what the fuck? Cat guts? It's an imp from the universe of Hell of a Boss / Has-Been Hotel. I did check at his Twitter and he didn't say anything on there. And that is until I forget when I checked his Twitter what day this was. I think I have the date. Let me go ahead and get that thing up. Where the hell is it? I literally just posted it in this thing. Oh, I think I scrolled too far. Here we go. Then I found this, September 22nd. This is 2 days after my video came out. And Kayden says something for the first time on his platform, even alluding to his actions, and he says, "Growth and change is all I aspire to do. And if that is too much to ask for, the door is right there." Does anyone else not like this? Cause I think that I'm just here to grow, and if that's too much, then there's the door, is a crazy fucking response to sexually harassing a minor and posting porn in front of a minor. That is a crazy response to that. To say, I just want to grow. If you don't want that, there's the door. I know I sexually harassed a child, but there's the door if you don't want to see me grow. Who is the door there for? Himself? I guess so. And mind you, okay, I think things got a little out of hand here. Laka quote tweeted this, ratioed the fuck out of him. Basically being like, you groomed a minor, go to jail. And that was a little aggressive. I will say that. It was a little aggressive. I know that Laka got his own opinions on this situation. I think I know why Laka went to that route, because I did talk to Laka about some stuff that we're about to talk about more. But yeah. And I just noticed that after Laka... Oh my god, this is something that Nezzie did too. After Laka quoted Kayden and like started saying some specifics about what exactly you're growing and changing from, Kayden deleted the tweet and went on to tweet as though nothing happened. And so I'm noticing a reluctance to say anything specific on anywhere where anyone affiliated with him might see it. Because it's easy to comment on my video and let it get buried and to have no one call attention to it outside of that comment section and on that video, people who watch that video. The second that information was brought to Kayden information, albeit like a little intense, a little bit of a, not an exaggeration, but like a very big leap to like kind of like the most abject perception of those actions. Kayden fucking dipped, and he seems really reluctant to let any of this story get anywhere on his socials. The door's right there if you don't want to see me grow. Like, yeah, it's very passive aggressive. It's very dismissive of the hurt. And Stellar Stars, that's reminding me of a comment I saw one time that said Peaches tripped so Hiten could flop, and your comment just reminded me of that. It is immortalized in this live stream. I don't like when people try to just hide their fucking mistakes, dude. Like, if there's any way to give me disingenuous, it's this. And Nezzie did this too. I might notice. Akumu called Nezzie out for their threat about me. Laka called out for their threat about me. The second I jumped in and I started talking about what a piece of shit Avi was, instantly the tweets deleted. They didn't do that when Laka and Akumu were calling them out for lying about the groomer thing. But the second I started talking about the personal shit, all of a sudden the tweets were deleted. And they went back to tweeting like nothing happened. And that's why I don't want an apology from Nezzie. I will never get an apology from Nezzie. Nezzie will never apologize for anything they have done wrong, ever. Nezzie is allergic to accountability, and they're a habitual liar. And I think that they lie so much that they have deluded themselves into thinking that their lies are the truth. And that's why they're so brazen about things when it's like, you're just dead wrong. Yeah, Nezzie, you're a bad person. Why did Nezzie have to write about that? Stay fucking mad. Stay fucking mad you got groomed. Stay mad at the people who groomed you and abused you. Shut up. And sexually harassed you. Shut up, girl. I'm stretching, sorry. Okay. So, no, I'm gonna turn off the music for a second because I feel like we need to have a little serious moment, because some people are upset with how Laka responded to Kayden. They think that the word groomer was a bit much to apply to him. And I think I'm aware of why Laka did that. Not saying it's necessarily the language I would use to describe Kayden. I don't know. I have conflicting testimonies or conflicting thoughts from people. Some people say he absolutely, this was grooming behavior. Some people say it wasn't grooming behavior. And you know, if the Cinny Bear situation has taught anyone anything, it's that people get really fucking heated about their conceptions, like what their conceptions of grooming are. So I don't know. I do know that it was wrong. What happened to me was wrong, and it was really fucking bad, and it was a wee bit traumatic. I'm just gonna say that because, like, obviously it affected me to a point where my brain literally stopped the memories, and I just, like, when your brain tries to protect you by forgetting something so that you can keep living on as close to normal as possible, it was bad. It was bad. And there was some stuff, and there's some stuff I didn't talk about with Kayden because, you know, I didn't have screenshots of all of it, because a lot of it happened in VCs. And that's why I've talked about this. It's why it was so hard for me to come forward about Kayden, because I didn't think that I had evidence of shit. And you know what? There was enough evidence. Kayden knows about the sexual harassment. There's enough evidence of stuff going on where I think I'm at a point where I'm just gonna let my testimony speak for me. I'm just gonna speak my fucking things. And if I don't have the proof that needs to prove it to you and you don't believe me, that's fine. I'm gonna say what happened. I'm gonna say the things that I remember happening. Because there is some other stuff that happened that I do have screenshots for. Like, everyone prepare your eyes. I'll just say this. Prepare your eyes for some shit. How do I export this? Let me go ahead and turn this on. Oh yeah, Nezzie, or not Nezzie. Cindy Bear groomed a minor. So, Nezzie used, or not Nezzie, Kayden used to put weird porn shit in front of me. I've talked about that. He'd post explicit and suggestive things in front of me. One of those things, I'll get into specifics, he used to spam a lot of GIFs of dildos. And I don't understand, even as an adult now, how that's funny. I don't understand how GIFs of dildos are funny. But he would post those a lot in front of me. And if you've seen my video, you know that there's a screenshot of me talking about how he posted a GIF of a dildo in the chat when we were in VC, and I was like, hey, can you delete that? Like, I don't want to see that. Like, that makes me really uncomfortable. I'm a 16-year-old. I didn't say my age, but like, that's how old I was. And like, Kayden knew how old I was. Kayden fucking knew how old I was. He used to make jokes about how I'm a fetus because I was so fucking young, and yet he was posting shit like that in front of me. And he even I actually can't talk about that. But he knew how old I was. And when I told him to delete it, if we've all learned how the story goes, how the pattern goes, Kayden didn't. Kayden tried to justify why he should be allowed to post GIFs of dildos in front of a teenager, in front of a minor. And why they should just get over being uncomfortable with it, basically. And the thing was like, oh, well, it's not sexual because it's not real dicks. And it's like, no, they're not real dicks, Kayden. They're just these little things called sex toys. So, you know, they're definitely not sexual in nature. They're just toys designed for sex, you know? And they're burned into my fucking memory. I can remember which ones it was. There was one of them of a dildo getting stuck to a wall. There was one of it like a giant fucking dildo on a wall and someone was smacking it with a broom. And there was another gif of cats whacking at a dildo that was like on the side of a board. And I think that that's an extra layer of what the fuck. And the only reason that Kayden deleted the tweet is because that same friend who was on the live stream was like, dude, it's literally a replica of a fucking dick. Like, take it down. And Kayden did that. And I have the screenshot of me telling this exact story in the video. Let me go ahead and find it. Yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and show this. Yep. Kayden was making me real uncomfortable. This is me talking about the general stuff. The only time he backed down is because my adult friend got on him about it. That's what I just explained. Like when that friend was like, it's a replica of a fucking dick, get rid of it. And that was when he posted the dick gif and was like, it's not sexual. And then I was like, it's still a penis. And B was immediately like, oh, I just said who it was. The adult friend who helped me, I guess it's out there in the open now, because I just said it. The adult friend who helped me was B. B is the only person that ever witnessed that kind of stuff who shut it down. It was Ponder. And so if anyone wants to get on her for anything, stop, because she is the one and only person I ever had who tried to protect me. Who, when something happened, she stopped it. And she's the only one I had who did that. And the reason why I didn't bring her up in the video initially was because I didn't want attention to be on B, because I know that people are uncharitable and I know that people have problems with her, and I didn't want the attention to be on B for that, you know, because I knew if I said Ponder Sprocket, you know, everyone would be like, oh, so Ponder Sprocket knew? Yeah, Ponder Sprocket knew, and she tried to fucking stop it. What she knew of, she shut down. And there are some fucking bitches out there who are mad that I didn't say her name in the video, because they think that she's to blame for the stuff that Kayden was saying about me. And it's fucking not. Kayden was a grown-ass man. He is older than B. His actions were his own. No one asked him to sexually harass a minor. No one convinced him that it was okay to sexually harass me when I was a minor. No one convinced him to post porn like in front of me and link me to a DeviantArt gallery full of pinups. That's Kayden's fault. And I don't want a single fucking person trying to put that on the one adult who ever tried to help me. That's going to be clear, and we're not going to get that twisted. Okay. Sorry, I fucking need a moment, because, like, Jesus Christ. This is why this part is called the ugly, you guys, because that's the only word I can say that I feel like even remotely describes how this is. Kayden was 27. Kayden was 28 when this shit was happening right here. He was 27 when he was sexually harassed, or when I knew about the fucking porn, and I knew about his sexual preferences. And let's talk about that, because I didn't learn that innocently. You know, I didn't learn about, you know, fucking being a dom or a top innocently as a 14-year-old, as you might guess. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for being understanding. There was an instance, I believe I was 14 when this happened. I may have been 15. I'm pretty sure I was 14, because I just remember it happened really early on in me knowing Kayden, which would have been in, like I said, I met Kayden in August of 2020 or 2017, and I was 14, and I didn't turn 15 until November of 2017. So I remember that he was talking about something related to BDSM. I can't remember what exactly it was. It had something to do about him liking that kind of shit and him being into something, either bondage or just a lack of control or something. Again, I do not remember the specifics on that thing, but I do remember that my response to it was either that's rape or that's rapey, because I was a 14-year-old, and the stuff that was, you know, talking about taking away someone's control either by physically restraining them or by some other manner, in the time of, and like in the context of like sex, was just so like uncomfortable to me as a 14-year-old. And I said that, and he blew a fuse at me and like started saying that I was calling him a rapist, that I'm saying that he likes rape, that he's a rapist. Sorry, these words are heavy, but like they're the words that he used and that I used. And that I was ignorant, and I needed to be educated on the fucking topic. And he sat me down in the VC and started sharing this image with me of a table, and I know exactly which thing it was. This was not discussed, dude. This was not discussed in the last one. I didn't talk about this. And he showed me this table that was detailing. Oh, did someone say something weird? Anon, it doesn't seem like you're paying attention. That's all I can say to you. But he basically showed me this table and started explaining to me the differences between BDSM and abuse, and was educating me. He was educating me on BDSM when I was a 14-year-old, I think. Either I was 14 years old or I was a very young 15-year-old. But either way, I was too young for that shit. Okay, you're gonna go in timeout, Anon. We're not gonna do apology. We're not gonna do some fucking abuse apology, harassment apology. You know, we're not gonna do apologia for doing this kind of shit with a minor. We're just not gonna do that, Anon. Yeah, I'm allowed to fucking talk about this. And yeah, I just found the image. One look on Google and I could find it. Imagine showing this to a 14-year-old and being like, this, I could be making a false memory, but I feel like I remember him saying that he loved this image, or that it was one of his favorite images in regard to the situation. Oh, don't. Okay, Rin, don't call him a pedo. Don't call Kayden a pedo. I don't think Kayden is a pedophile. You showed this to a child because they did not understand the weird BDSM shit that you were talking about. And so, yes. And you know what? No, we still have another thing. I still haven't shown the picture of the when he posted and linked the thing. Here we go. Look at this. Censored, obviously. Posting that right in front of me. I am 16 years old when this happened. And, you know, I have this person's name censored because I don't think that they were awake. Or not awake. I don't think they were a minor or an adult at the time that this happened. I think that this person might have been a minor as well. Either that or they literally just became an adult. And I don't want to publicly destroy them for that. Because they didn't, you know, immediately shift all of their behavior once they turned 18. This is full of one nonce behavior. Yeah. So you post, like, I'm literally talking about something totally inconspicuous here. And then boom, fucking old man pinup. And then raging over how hot it is. And then he links it. You link the minor to the fucking gallery of pinups. So yeah, I fucking understand why Laka went on Twitter and called him a groomer. Because I feel like if you don't go in with like the most charitable of charitable minds, that's exactly what this looks like. And I hate it. And I hate the kind of dismissive nature that Kayden put on his Twitter. You know, there's the door. There's the door. There's the door, Kayden. Why don't you go through it? Yeah. Why are you sharing this with a minor? I get that he's saying he's changing, but avoiding any discussion of this in a way that actually would bring the topic to your platform? I don't know. I'm suspicious. That's all I can say. I'm suspicious of his intentions. And I can see things going on that I don't like and that I'm not happy about. And I think that is the ugly. I think that's the ugly. I think I talked about all the ugly that I want to talk about. There's a reason why I saved this. Did Kayden actually lock his Twitter account? Is that real? I don't know. We have each other blocked. If he did, then oh well. I guess he did. We're done. We're done talking about the ugly. Let's get some music started. Let's bring the mood up a little bit. Is everyone good? I know shit got real fucking intense and serious there out of the moment. And like, I'm sorry if anyone was made uncomfortable by that. It's rough. I hear sirens. Oh my god. Even if he changes, you're allowed not to forgive him. And I never will. I will never talk to Kayden again. I'm doing fine. It was a little heavy. No, guys, I'm good. I'm good. Are we moving on to the good? We can. We can move on to the good. We can go ahead and move on to the good. Because despite the batshittery that we have all just seen, there is in fact some good that occurred, which may be difficult to believe, but let's talk about Musha, because it's actually in a positive light. So Musha, as we all know, is the guy who victim shamed me. He victim shamed me, and like he talked about, he like included me in his video. And he said some weird shit. He like had a weird thing that I interpreted as like a suicide dare. Sorry, trigger warning. Hi, Mr. Gamer. Good news is I made homemade mac and cheese. That's really good, actually. Especially because it's like, it's, yeah, he tone policed me. It's October, it's fall, it's getting cold. It's like, it's cooling down a little bit, dude. For all the people who know Fahrenheit, it was like 40 something degrees this morning. And I was like, burr. I was fucking shivering. My brain is fried. But afterwards, after my video, Musha actually posted this tweet. Said, after a week's worth of consideration on how to approach this, since I wasn't comfortable with making a big spectacle out of this, I feel like I'm in a good enough position mentally to put this out there. And this is his document. He talks about like kind of his own personal stuff. A lot of this isn't even really about me. But right here he talks about Where is it? From the bottom of my soul, truly, if you're reading this, then sincerely, no caveats, no stipulations, zero intentions of retroactively revoking it based on how you respond to this, I am sorry. And he actually was specific about what he talked about. He says, I don't care how heated I believe tensions were. There's nothing to justify any of that. And he talked about, oh yeah, right here. It doesn't change the fact that Truly was absolutely right to be pissed at me for the victim blaming, the veiled backhanded suicide dare, and the ludicrous comparisons between her behavior and actual predators. This is a good apology. And I accept it. I accept this apology. And, you know, in the tweet, when I first responded, I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to accept this, but I'm sure I'll be able to in time with, you know, this promise to do better, this acknowledgement of wrongdoing in specific things. This is good. Musha W. This is a Musha W. And I respect this apology. And I accept it. And I, you know, Clown has her own, like, why is this fucking thing so open? Where is the other thing I had? Oh, here it is, okay. And you know what's crazy? Is that I think Musha is the only creator that I called out in that video that did apologize. Unless I'm wrong. I could very well be wrong. But like Nezzie didn't apologize. Oh, Kayden apologized, but I believe this one. This is the apology that I believe. Are you going? Bye, Cease. Oh no, Ruru's going. Bye, Ruru. So, slay Musha. Also, Musha talks about Toganium, who said some funny stuff behind the scenes. But yeah. Yeah, an actual apology. In the year of our Lord, we have an actual apology. We actually got one. And some other people apologize. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the day that my video went up, I got flooded with DMs of people being like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to your side. I was listening to Heten's side. You know, I'm sorry that this happened. Like, you know, and some of the people from, like, the Cat Slayer and I think Senate and I think Supreme Court. Some of those people messaged me and were like, yo, like, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, like, I accept it. Because I tend not to be a vengeful, unforgiving, spiteful person. But when people act like absolute fucking clowns, sometimes I gotta be a little firmer and, you know, put myself first and not accept that shit. People think that, oh my god, dallsmick. What is the best place to message me? You can message me on Twitter. The @ is... Here, I'll just link my Twitter again. This is my Twitter. Yeah, I know it's Catslayer. I know. Hiten had you completely fooled. She had a lot of people fooled. That's why I had to make the video. Dallsmick... Dallsmick is someone that apologized to me, too. This is some news. This is some tea. I actually apologized to... Or not... He actually apologized to me. I heard from someone that he wanted to apologize, and I was just like, I don't know. And I ended up getting into a call with him, and he did apologize. He was a little pathetic, I'm gonna be honest. You could tell that he was a little fucked up over his actions, which I think is a good sign. It's good that he feels bad over the things that he's done. But I don't think that he should come back, and I told him that, and I told him, I said, don't have a platform ever again. I told him, I go live a normal life, never do this again, and just stay off of this corner of the internet. And he listened to me. Dude, the fucking thing about Doll is that he, like, when he showed, like, the fucking porn that V Omega was sending me in his video, he didn't even censor the porn image right. Isn't that fucking weird? Like, he showed the picture of V Omega sending me porn and, like, did not censor all of it. Y'all, okay, don't jump Anon. If Anon's gonna be weird again, then sure, we can just get rid of them. But let's let them try and be normal. He censored the genitals. He didn't censor something else explicit in the image. And I told him that, and he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, dummy. But yeah, so Doll apologized to me. I'm not going to say Doll W because... No, we're just not going to give Doll a W. We're not giving dallsmick a W. Musha will give a W. dallsmick, no, just go away. Just leave. That's your W. Leaving. You're genuinely just trying to understand. I'm sorry. Like, you can understand things. You can ask questions. It's just like you were getting a little too pointed with your language before, so that's why we had to That's why we had to just move you into the corner for a few minutes. W for leaving. Yeah, that's Doll's W is leaving. Hi. I guess I can talk about some of the stuff that... Because originally, Clown said that she would like to be part of the stream, but I don't have any open weekends. And she's only available on weekends or on weekdays after a specific time, and I wanted to do this early. You're sorry, it's okay. It's okay, Anon. I may have to paraphrase some of this shit. Oh, the stupid fucking jar skit. Yeah, I mean, Blake, she's gonna have to hold that for a while. She's just gonna have to hold that L. Oh yeah. Also, Jar keeps fucking calling me and my friends by our old usernames, which I don't get because Jar has an old username. Oh yeah, the jar. I watched that thing get edited, and then the person was like, "I don't want to post this," and I was like, "I do," and so he gave it to me, and then I posted it, and then it blew up, and I'm like, "That's fucking hilarious." Do you guys know he still calls me Dulu? He still calls me Dulu, and he still calls Clown Icy. And it's like, neither of us have gone by those names for years. Should we all start calling Jar CEO Author? Since that was his old username? Oh, Cindy took down her response? Malware. It's not my fault. It's unsurprising that Cindy took down their like, because they took down the apology, and now they took down their like the I'm innocent video, because I think it's because Kumo broke it off with them and Jar completely fucking ruined their case. Like, dude, people have said it to me. Jar's defense video was the best expose on Cindy. It was hilarious. Peep her community tab. Well, when did you pass out, Mally? What was the last thing you remembered? I mean, yeah, but these are like usernames that we've had for a while. Are we gonna go to Cinebear? Cinebear03. Let's see what the nonsense is here. Where is Cindy's channel? Does Cindy not exist anymore? I've been up for 21 hours. I don't have a memory. I haven't seen this. Oh my god, it's 4 hours. Filter via channel. Okay. Channel. Oh, there she is. Get off my screen. Okay. I took down my response video. I don't think it's appropriate to leave up. I don't think it was right to make that video. It was way too soon and I was still processing what I had done and I was extremely emotional about the situation, so I put my energy into the wrong things. I was too focused on how hurt I was and took attention from the people I had hurt. My priorities have been in the wrong place and I recognize that. I was too focused on trying to fix everything instead of working on myself and my mental state. I was in no place to make a response video so soon. The people saying I don't care about what I've done or the people I've hurt are wrong. I mean, none of that video says that you care about people. How do you pronounce that? Silly? Silly? That's an interesting username. For a while, I honestly didn't think you and Dooley were... or you thought that we were different people because you'd watched the videos. Yeah. Yeah, we're the same person. That's me. That was just my old name. And Jar keeps calling me that. Even though Jar will literally put up like a screenshot of my fucking channel and call me Dulu. I'm like, you are ill. I stand by that the most generous take on Cine is that they need to fuck off, touch grass, and let their brain finish cooking and become a proper adult person. Then they can try again in 10 years. Yeah, I think that's about as charitable and the generous, like as generous a take as I think most people are willing to allow. Xylee? Xylee. Oh, like xylophone. Xylee. Okay. I'm attracted to a groomer because I'm straight. That was crazy. Like, I don't meet men and then be like, I'm attracted. because it's a man, obviously. Like, girl, no. That is so weird to just be like, I'm talking to this woman. Of course I'm sexually attracted to her. I'm straight. Jar's got other people calling you Millie now. Mimsy malware. Well, let me continue reading this. I simply hadn't processed the situation until recently. You mean until your fucking friend group, your support network broke it off with you? I realize now that my actions have traumatized people and I have no way of knowing how my actions will impact them in the future. I genuinely didn't think that what I was doing was hurting them, and the fact that I didn't recognize that is definitely a problem I plan on fixing. I have a huge problem with oversharing extremely obscene and grotesque content with people I barely know, one of which being Eno. Please tell me that Cinny is not in contact with Eno at all anymore, because I know that the person that Cinny went to when all of their friends were unavailable was Eno. Like, they literally made Eno get on the phone and, like, go that while Cinny went to sleep or something like that. Like, they literally made Eno sit in a call with them. Good night, Mally Malware. Good night, Mimsy Malware. I'm a gay Jew. I ain't gonna be looking up the registry for my dating goals. That's crazy. I'm in therapy. I'm considering entering a rehabilitation program. I do genuinely want to make sure I don't hurt anyone else with my degeneracy. I don't want to make any more victims. This isn't me trying to come back to my platform. I just want to make my intentions known. I took down my video because it was awful. I'm done blaming other people for where I am. I'm getting help behind the scenes. We can only hope. Is she getting ratioed? Yeah, she's getting ratioed. That Patrick profile picture is hilarious, though. Mally malpractice. Wait a second. Oh, a YouTuber like just posted something. They aren't in contact anymore. Their DMs got leaked and shown, and Eno blocked them. Thank God. Thank God that Eno is away from Sunny. Because that was like the most concerning part, is that Eno was saying like, I'm gonna stay with Cinny, make sure that they're not bad. And I was like, oh, girl, you need to get out of there. I personally don't believe it. Cinny hasn't shown wanting to get help. Yeah, I mean, it's something that we're not gonna see for a long time if it ever does happen. Yeah, like, she actually has to fuck off for a long while. Like, in 5-10 years, she can say, I come back and be like, you know, I'm changed. Like, I've grown as a person. And even then, it's just like, don't get a platform again. But yeah, like, you're not gonna change in fucking a month. Let's be serious. Is there anything else? Have I contacted the police? I don't have reportable details on them. I did for Faghost. We reported Faghost. Who, by the way, is starting shit again. Who would have fucking guessed that Faghost is hopping on alts and trying to get into servers? Allegedly. Maybe. I believe it is her, because it's something that she's done for a while. In fact, that's something that Clown wanted to bring up. Let me go ahead and bring that up. Clown wanted to talk about this. Because Faghost did contact... Faghost contacted Clown on an alt. Like, I can't remember when this was. I'll try and go find the date of when this happened. But it was like during the time of the exposed thing. I can't remember if it was after we cut them off, but before they were exposed. No, it was in January because it was after the exposed thing, and they got on an alt account and they messaged Clown. This would have been January of 2022 because I exposed them in December of 2021. And they like got on an alt and they told Clown, they were just like, hey, I know Fagos to IRL, and like they're trying to like, they're like walking outside in like negative 20-degree weather, and like I'm just really worried about them, so like will you please talk to Fagos? And like that was absolutely no, it wasn't Jelly Skelly. It was like the horse from Breath of the Wild or something. It was a stupid Twitter account. I don't even know if it still exists. But I can try and find that. Has image before, let's just say before March 1st of 2022. And I can start scrolling. No, not Epona. So just give me a minute. I'm looking for to see if I can find it. Oh, I found it. Okay. Oh wait, this is the wrong group. Fuck. We're fucking up. Let's open this. Okay. Bam! Not Cosmodor. Why are y'all bringing up Cosmodor? Haunts. Haunts. So Giant Horse, Breath of the Wild. Hello, I'm sorry for how out of the blue this is, but Fagos just called me on my phone, and they're apparently walking outside, and it's negative 32 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I'm worried for their safety. They sounded distressing. This is the shit that she put us through all the time. Oh, Byron. Right? Like, this is some dumb shit. This is the shit she would do. This was sent February of 2022. They pretend to be real life people that like know them. Like Fagos will pretend to be people that know her in real life. And there was an account recently, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about this, but they were trying to get into a server, and they were like, oh, I'm trying to look for stuff about Fagos because, you know, like, of this video that came out. And the person was like, this, like, no one talks about Fagos in here. Like, fuck off. And they were like, oh, but I know Fagos in real life. You know, I'm just, like, interested in, like, learning about stuff. And I was just like, it's fucking Fagos. She's doing shit again. She's doing weird shit again, like, within the past few days. She is just allergic. Like, Fagos is someone who will never change. She will never change. Liam will never change. That's her name, Liam. Liam will never change because she's a fucking psycho. And I know that that's not a great word to use, but if it apply, it gon' fly. We're watching Jeff Dunham's Halloween video. I've never seen that. I don't even know who Jeff Dunham is just by name. But yeah. Oh my goodness. What a stream this has been, right guys? Has everyone had fun? Despite the nonsense that has been... I mean, where Fagos lives, I think that far up north, I think it is possible. Where in Canada they live. But it was probably a lie. If they knew Fagos IRL, how and why did they know about you, and why did they go to get to you and not one of Fagos' other online friends? Why didn't they go help Fagos? Because it's Fagos. Because it's Fagos. It's been a roller coaster ride. Yeah, it has been. But I feel like we've talked about basically everything we needed to talk about. What is the next step moving forward now? I don't know. If people want to say weird stuff, I might just keep it to Twitter. I don't think that I'll be making another stream unless something like wildly, crazily egregious happens. This community needs help. This community needs a lot of help. This community needs Jesus. Because she's stupid, Lothar. Like, she's just dumb. Or Lothar. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Lothar. I think, yeah, the next steps are just for me to keep it pushing. Glad you can finally talk about this. I'm glad you got more cerebral. I know, I've had like 200 viewers this whole stream, and that is crazy to me. Like, I'm trying to imagine 200 people in a room watching this, and like, it's trippy. It's like, oh, also the music ended. I just realized. Let me start playing music again. There we go. Keep on pushing, Slay. I shall certainly keep on pushing. Thank you for being patient with me. No problem. No problem, Anon. I'm not out to just like shoot everyone who says something weird or maybe doesn't understand everything. Despite how the SCC likes to paint me for a while, I am not out to just execute everyone. Yeah, I might stream again. I might stream on my birthday. Would you guys rather me do that on this channel or on the new channel? Can't wait for your new channel stuff. If you ever decide to continue with content. I have decided to continue. I'm going to be making videos again. And I have fun stuff. I'm gonna head out. Bye, Lavender. Thank you for being here for so much of the stream. And also, hi. I wasn't here for the one part I joined the stream for, but I'm glad people took Musha's response well. Yeah. Oh, should I make a poll? Is that something I can do? Can I make a poll? How do you make a poll in a YouTube chat? Oh, start a poll. Okay. Where should I stream on my birthday? This channel, parentheses, old channel, or new channel. Okay, I'm gonna start the poll. The stream was very informative. I'm thankful that it was. I'm glad that I was able to use this in we have a productive stream. I was thinking about like maybe playing a game today after the stream, but I think I'm a little cooked. I think the stream totally fucking wiped me out, and I may have to just chill for a bit. If I share my birthday, we'll definitely do something fun. I don't think I have the energy for fun right now. Oh, my new channel? It should be in the description of this stream, but I'll go ahead and pin it in a response as well. It has 543 subscribers, which is actually fucking insane. Here, this is the new channel. Let me go ahead and pin this. Like, the fact that I almost have, like, 600 subscribers on there, just from, like, the audience that I have from here, it, like, blows my mind. Hiten vid Loki introduced you to me. You're so late. Oh wait, your Hiten vid Loki introduced me to you. I'm so late. That's fine. Like, not everyone knew I existed before, but I'm glad that you're here. Okay, it looks like new channel is winning, so we'll go ahead and stream on the new channel. You just subbed. Thank you, guys. You guys have been very, very fucking nice to me. Oh, all of you are subscribers. You wish you could donate money. I might get monetization on that new one. If I get to 1,000 subscribers and I release a video, I'll be eligible for monetization, so. Maybe you will, Burb. But you guys don't have to donate anything. Please don't feel pressured. With that, I think it is time for me to go relax for the rest of the day. I'm working on TikToks, actually. I'm making some short form content for my TikTok. Do you guys want to follow my TikTok? I'll link my TikTok. I'm going to be posting some fun stuff on there this weekend. Good luck with your new vids. Hope they'll be fun to make. They will be. They will be. I'm definitely going to be having a lot of fun. Yeah, well, I'll keep this stream up. I'll keep the stream up. Take all the rest you need to, lol. OMGS. Okay. Goodbye, you guys. Thank all of you for showing up. You're all so beautiful. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Goodbye, everyone.